Welcome back to the 2022 Boys Varsity State Hockey Tournament presented by Riverfront Broadcasting Sports. It's time for the 2022 Boys Varsity State Hockey Tournament. The Boys Varsity State Hockey Tournament is brought to you by Oahe Federal Credit Union, Weatherall, Wagner Auto, and the Ramkota.
Howard to the faceoff circle, pass in front for Greasy, scores! Howard with a good pass, and Ashton Grease, his 15th of the year.
The Boys Varsity State Hockey Tournament is also brought to you by Pelican Power Sports, Fisher Rounds and Associates, Hockey Headquarters, and the Aberdeen Area Chamber of Commerce. And also by Becky Potsaba, State Farm Insurance, Hermanson Endodontics, Sunmasters of Pierre, and the University of Jamestown.
And here comes Max Moore in on a break, he scores! Max Moore makes it 2-1 with 4:50 to play in the first period.
14th goal for Moore on the
Boys Varsity State Hockey Tournament is also brought to you by Xander Auto Parts, Renke Gray Wealth Management, the Fieldhouse of Pierre, and Kubota.
Rookies Rangers all got their helmets unhinged. They're ready to throw it in celebration. Down to 5 seconds. For the first time since 2017, the Rookies Rangers are state champions of South Dakota.
Now let's join John Winkler, Jeff Anderson, and Jim Lloyd for the call.
Our final game of the day, and to fill out the brackets, and the second team that will be in the state championship. It is the Oahe Capitals and the Rushmore Thunder. John Winkler alongside Jeff Anderson and Jim Lloyd. The 1 versus 4 matchup. The undefeated team, Rushmore Thunder, against the Oahe Capitals. These two teams met each other last year in the state semifinals and played a double overtime thriller that went to the Rushmore Thunder. We're not predicting a double overtime thriller here tonight, so we're not going to predict anything at this point. But this is the two teams that have a lot of respect for each other, but also, at this point, you don't like each other right now, especially in the state tournament. And for the Oahe Capitals, they've got to go out and beat the top dog to get to the state championship.
You're right. You've already had 2 overtime games, so you don't need another one as far as that's concerned.
2 of the 3 games I've called them into overtime.
What a great atmosphere we had for the game just prior to this one, and we're going to have a great crowd for this second semifinal game also. It's great to see hockey that popular and getting that kind of a crowd, and it energizes both teams when they come out.
Well, and we will see the student section stand up here during the game, and they will be in our way, but they say it all right there what they're wearing. They're wearing the hard hats, they're wearing the constructions. They got to go to work. The Oahe Capitals have to go to work to beat this Rushmore Thunder team.
Well, nobody's beat them yet.
Yeah.
And some teams have come close, but it's a confident team, and they believe that nobody will beat them.
What makes Rushmore even more dangerous in this game, other than the fact that they are 21-0 right now, is that they were able to get the running clock early on against the Watertown Lakers last night. And Alex Petrato, we talked to him after the game. He had a hat trick, but he said he saw the ice like 1 or 2 times in the third period. That is a restful leg that's coming into this game, and they do things the right way. They don't create any bad habits. They didn't create any bad habits last night that we saw, and that's a big factor in a state semifinal game. We talked about it last weekend too. That helps you out to win another game where the Capitals played a 5-3 game, and that was close throughout the entire game.
You're right, and a lot of that factors in, and of course haven't talked at all about the emotion. And when you're playing in a game like this, you're at a high emotion. That takes a lot out of a person, whether you're 18 years old, 16 years old, or 50. It takes a lot out of you, and so it's good to. But at the same time, it's a motivating factor.
Yeah,
and it really is. So this is a moment that they'll cherish for the rest of their lives. So enjoy it.
And I think Oahe can obviously play with this team, but they have to play a mistake-free game, and they have to play well, and they have to play their best hockey that they can.
Well,
and we've seen them play before. They can play very good hockey.
Yeah, and they can't let Rushmore get off to the start they did against Watertown when they played. They've got to.
Yeah, we saw it in the last game with Brookings. And
yes.
Brookings gets up like that, Rushmore gets up. They're really hard to get back from. But Oahe Capitals, if they play well, mistake-free, they'll be there in the end.
Well, if you can keep it a one-goal game, you've got a shot.
Devin Dotson will be back in the lineup. Barrett Schweitzer, who left after picking up 3 penalties all at once, he's back in the lineup here for this game. So those are two big bodies, just for the simple fact that they're 2 skaters. You got to have everybody available today. Devin Dotson is not available. He's got 3 goals, 5 assists. Barrett Schweitzer picked up a goal yesterday. He's got 4 goals. But you got to have enough to make 3 lines. And where yesterday, and of course there's guys that will be mixed around in there too. They can go 4 lines if they need to, but you can't go down any skaters. They were down 2 at one point yesterday, with Schweitzer leaving and then Devin Dotson not obviously dressing. So just for the fact, not even what they do on the ice, but the fact that they are going to be on the ice is going to be big.
You need 3 full lines. You just have to be able to play 3 full lines. That's really important. And both of these teams can when you get those guys back. Of course, Schweitzer went out early in the last one with an unfortunate penalty, and Dodson's back now. That fills out their 3 lines.
Yeah.
It really does.
And the Hawaii Capitals, again, Rushmore Thunder. The winner goes to the state championship tomorrow afternoon at 3:05. The loser will play Sioux Falls 1 at 12:05 in the third-place game. Rushmore Thunder looking to get back to face this Brookings team in the state championship, where it's going to be Sioux Falls 1 looking, or the Capitals, they don't want to play Sioux Falls 1 again, the third-place game. They want to face the Brookings Rangers in the state championship, which would almost be like it was last year, and it will be like it was last year, except it was Sioux Falls 2 that is now Sioux Falls 1. So this is a big game, a rematch from what last year was, that double overtime thriller. You know that for these guys that played in that game last year, you know the guys that are on the winning side and the losing side, that's got to be in the back of their mind. Confident-wise, or maybe, if you're the Capitals, you don't want any doubt in this game going in. But if you're Rushmore, you want to try and create that doubt as quick as possible from that last game.
And the coaching staff. What about the coaching staff? They were all there.
Yeah.
When they had that last year. They won't play a minute today, but you can bet that they're going to talk to their kids, and in the back of everybody's mind, it'll be there.
So it is the Hawaii Capitals and the Rushmore Thunder. Coming up here in the final game of day number 2, our second semifinal, as the Caps and Rushmore Thunder. Coming up here in just a couple minutes. We will step aside, and when we come back, we have your starting lineups, your face-off, and our second semifinal game between the Hawaii Capitals and the Rushmore Thunder. You're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock, on KSDR, on KKQQ, and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Oahe Federal Credit Union's recreational loan special is in full swing with rates as low as 2.25% APR and terms as long as 15 years. Now is your chance to get into that new or used boat, jet ski, camper, motorcycle, UTV, or ATV you've been dreaming about. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and let the girls at Oahe Federal Credit Union make that dream a reality.
Oahe Federal Credit Union.
This is Ashton Grease, captain of the Oahe Capitals boys varsity hockey team. Spring is right around the corner. It's time to start thinking about getting your roof repaired. My dad at Weatherall Roofing is the guy to call. Weatherall Roofing offers commercial roofing options, including metal roof restorations and EPDM rubber roof restorations. When hockey season is over, you'll find me on a roof somewhere. Check out our website at www.weatherallroof.com or call Chad at 224-7982. Go Caps!
Changing the game, Aberdeen.
Get in on the game. Get to Aberdeen to shop, dine, and relax. Spend the day checking items off your list from hundreds of local businesses where there's something for everyone. Please your palate with dozens of culinary options, and let our service providers pamper you or help you take care of business. Check out the museum, art galleries, art classes, public library, and much more. We know you have choices. Thanks for spending time in Aberdeen. We always look forward to seeing you.
Changing the game, Aberdeen.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Sanders has been servicing the Pier area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux and Pier or call 224-9221. Zanders, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in, like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Please contact one of your South Dakota Kubota dealers today. The Ram Coda in Aberdeen has everything for business travel needs. We have meeting and banquet spaces to host your event with a restaurant and lounge on site. For the leisure times or the fun business meetings, the Ram Coda is located next to 2 golf courses. The Ram Coda has a full hot continental breakfast, so you don't have to leave the comfort of the building. And don't forget to use your Best Western rewards at our pet-friendly establishment. The Ram Coda in Aberdeen, 1400 8th Avenue Northwest. Call 605-229-4040 to make your reservation today. As we welcome you back here and getting ready for a puck drop between the Hawaii Capitals and the Rushmore Thunder. John Wickler alongside Jeff Anderson, Jim Lloyd. It's going to be a good one here between these two teams as both teams will be making their way out of the tunnel here in just a moment. Rushmore will be going from right to left, the Capitals from left to right. Capitals are going to be the visitors this time on the scoreboard, where Rushmore will remain that home team on the scoreboard.
You know, you look at these two teams, it's kind of like the game prior to this. It looks on paper like it's going to be a dynamite matchup, and that Brookings wins 6-2. You just don't know. That's why you play them.
Well, and Oahe on the road back in December, it was the Caps leading 3-0 at one point in that game. Rushmore ended up winning the game 5-3. Now, there's a couple guys that weren't playing for Rushmore at that point. They had a couple game suspension. They're obviously back now. So that's maybe a little bit difference maker in this game, or could be a difference maker in this game, because the next time that they played, it was Rushmore winning 3-1 at the Expo Center.
So they played really two very good games.
Yeah, so the Caps have been able to hang with the Rushmore Thunder and had a lead against the Rushmore Thunder.
We know what that's like.
Right. Yeah, so, right. And so this is a big matchup here, and the top seed Rushmore Thunder will take the ice.
You know what I say? You take all the history, take all the records, and throw them out the window. Let's play it.
That's right.
Everybody's 0-0 right now.
You're right.
There are no records.
That's right.
So we are just about set here. The White Capitals will make their way out. Leading the charge will be Kieran Duffy, who will be in nets for the Hawaii Capitals. 6 wins, 3.23 goals against average, .880 save percentage, as he has 1 shutout so far in the season. Michael Hobby, 18 wins, 1.72 goals against average, .908 save percentage, 3 shutouts for Hobby. Tanner Kopech got a little bit of action last night. You don't foresee him being in this game today. However, you just never really know. But Kieran Duffy, he was the guy last year that played really well against the Rushmore Thunder, ended up being a double overtime loss. And for Rushmore, Michael Hobby is making his first start in the state semifinal against these Hawaii Capitals.
And the best thing that can happen to Kieran Duffy, get a bunch of shots on him real quick, knocking him out of the net.
We will set it down for our starting lineups between these two teams.
Number 21, Corbin Beastrom. Partner, number 87, Draper. Starting at forward, number 6, Jaron Beck. At the other forward, number 9, Carter Sanderson. Final forward, number 30, Ashton Grease. Capitals will make the head coach Steve Steele, Brian Hermanson, Jonathan Cotton, and Paul Nelson. And now, for the home team, the Rushmore Thunder. Starting at defense, number 7, Parker Brennan. Also on D, number 25, Duncan Chisholm. At center, number 5, Dawson Worth. At one wing, number 19, Alexander Patrano. At the yellow wing, number 27, Hunter Walla. And net for the Thunder, number 31, Michael Hobby. The Thunder are coached by Richard Novak, Blake DeVries, Christopher Disick, Robert Winslow, and Bryce Mitchell. The goal for the Capitals, here, number 57.
So we're ready to go. They had forgotten about Kieran Duffy, but he is in net for this Hawaii Capitals bunch. And we are set for hockey. Our final game of day number 2. We have just 4 games left of this state tournament. And after this game is done, we're down to our final 3 in our place matches. In 5th place, 3rd place in the championship game tomorrow. We'll have all 3 of them for you at 9:05, 12:05, and 3:05, all on Capital City Rock, KSTR, KKQQ, and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. So it will be a face-off between Ashton Grease and Dawson Worth. 17 minutes are on the clock. We're ready to go for hockey, and we are underway here in the final game of day number 2, as it will be dumped in by Jaron Beck and be played back here by the Rushmore Thunder. And for the Rushmore Thunder, Duncan Chisholm, he will play it out, and it comes in at Dawson Worth. Worth will streak in. His shot goes high and wide over the net. Played back out to the blue line where Chisholm got a shot away, but it was blocked up in traffic. Puck is loose in the zone. Dre Burnt will clear to the side. Chipped up but not out of the zone. Held in by Chisholm again. Chisholm moving around. Good stick there from Ashton Grease. Was able to knock it away. And now Burnt will step up offensively for the Capitals. Burnt moves in. He gets knocked down. Gets back up. Then he gets hit from behind as he goes back behind the net. Sanderson will take it. Sanderson waiting. A turnaround shot from Sanderson is blocked away before it got to Hobby. And it will come here to the near side where the Rushmore Thunder will play it. It's played over here for the Capitals. Keenan Howard with a good move around. Played up and down off of the Capitals. Barrett Schweitzer, Devin Dawson making his state tournament debut here for the Capitals, along with Grayson Hunsley. Devin Dawson, Barrett Schweitzer, Grayson Hunsley on this line. Pass up the zone. It does come out. He does all the way down, and it will be an icing with 15:42 to go here in the first period.
Few nerves, probably, I would guess, on both of these two teams. A little bit on the announcer. Those nerves are probably gone.
Just another game. Hopefully that's what they're thinking, because they've got to be thinking that. Face-off will be to the right and left of Michael Hobby. Rushmore wins the face-off. It'll be played out in the neutral zone, dumped in by Rushmore. Cross-corner dump in. It'll be knocked down before Hayden Holick could get to it. Comes over in front. I don't think Duffy saw it, but it went off of his right pad, but he played it back behind the net. Out to the blue lines, picked up by Grease. And Ashton Grease, Devin Dodson moving in. Dodson trying to get a shot away, and that one is sticked away by Hobby. Back behind the cage as is played here by the Rushmore Thunder. Picked up by Holick. And Hayden Holick brings it in for the Rushmore Thunder, who have just one shot on net so far as we have played 2 minutes of this first period. Parker Brandon tried to play it across, but was unable to. Came out of the zone. Kieran Duffy will come out of the net. He likes to get involved outside of the blue paint as well, as he stopped that one up and allowed Burnt to pick it up. Good stick from Dawson Worth. Knocks it away, but though John Lyons goes across, Corbin Beestrom plays it up, and it was off. It was not off of the Rushmore Thunder player, and it will be an icing with 14:40 left to go here in the first period.
The first goal is important, like they are in every period. Beginning of every period, start to set the tone.
A face-off to the right of Kieran Duffy, as it will be Lance Petrick to take it. Dawson Worth gets it, but it fails on the shot. Here to the near side, picked up by Dre Burnt. And Burnt plays it out of the zone, as it's now picked back up by Chisholm at his own blue line. Offside is called against Rushmore. We get a whistle with 14:27 to go. You're listening to KCCR FM Blunt, KSTR Watertown, and KKQQ Brookings. As it is, we started a couple minutes early. It's just now 7:06. 14:27 to go in the first period. The face-off just outside the Capitals blue line. It is picked up here by the Rushmore Thunder back at their own blue line. This is Caleb Merchant for Rushmore. Throws it across to Tyson Dunbar, his defensive partner. That pass is intercepted by Ashton Grease. Goes up and off of Sanderson. Back to Dunbar, plays it off the boards. and then picked back up by Jaron Beck, but it went too far off of his stick. Burt gets a pass back over, and Burt with a reverse hit on Dunbar. And an interference is called.
They're going to get him for an interference.
Got to be Dunbar. Okay, it is going to be Tyson Dunbar that gets the interference called, because Dre Burt, while Dunbar went down, Dre Burt could not get a penalty when Dunbar runs into him. So Dunbar gets called for an interference, and the Capitals will have a Pelican Power Sports power play with 14 minutes to go in the first period, the first one of the day.
Good opportunity here for the Caps.
They weren't very strong in the power play in the regular season, but they did score on the power play yesterday, twice on the power play. This one will come out of the zone. They got to wait to make sure they don't get scored shorthanded. That's what happened back when the Rushmore Thunder played the Oahe Capitals in the Expo Center in Fort Pierre. A couple of shorthanded goals and 4-on-4 was the difference maker in that game. Ashton Grease moves it back in for the Capitals. Pass to the front of the net off the stick of Sanderson. Grease with a turnaround shot is blocked up. And now Parker Brandon lifts it high out and down the ice. There is no icing because the Rushmore Thunder on the penalty kill. Kieran Duffy's tied up along back behind the net. He was tied up with Hayden Holick. As the pass will come out, actually he was tied up with number 20, that's Will Simmons. And now it's picked back up by Dawson Worth. 1:12 to go on the power play. That pass over, that one misses Merchant as he's looking to attack shorthanded. Caps got to get the puck out of their own end. Jaron Beck had it, lost it. Sanderson flips it up. Knocked down by Keenan Howard with the glove. He carries it in onside. Pass over for Grease. A backhander save is made by Hobby. That one is still loose. Comes back out to the blue line. Jaden Floor holds it in. Floor goes a pass across for Sanderson. He tries to throw to the net. Knocked down by Simmons. Now pass back for Grease off the stick of Beck. Played back, tied up. Beck will come away with it. And on the far side corner, he waits. Pulls back up at the face-off circle. Back to the blue line. The pass goes across for Floor. Now to the near side for Sanderson. A quick shot and a save made by Hobby again. And then it will be cleared away by the Rushmore Thunder with 25 seconds left to go on the power play. Here comes the last call in this power play for the Capitals. Jaden Floor pass goes up. It's grabbed by Devin Dodson. Up ahead for Jaron Beck. And then Beck gains the line, turns at the blue line. And he tried to throw it towards the net, but it was knocked down by Rushmore. And then cleared all the way back down again with 5 seconds left to go on the power play. So the Caps are 0 for 1 on this Pelican Power Sports power play as the pass goes over for Grayson Hunsley. Hunsley throws it across ice, and it'll be grabbed here by Duncan Chisholm. With 11:45 to go here in period number 1. No score between these two teams. 2-1 in shots in favor of the Capitals. As Barrett Schweitzer moves into the zone, was able to knock down one of the Rushmore players, and then they're all tangled up over there. Parker Brandon also tangled up with Barrett Schweitzer. And the pass to the slot was nearly intercepted, or nearly a bad pass that could have gone the other way for the Capitals. Moving in, that is number 4, Zeke Farley. As a good play from Grayson Hunsley to keep the puck away. But Rushmore will retreat back to their own end. John Lyons picks it up. Lyons will dump it back in. Schweitzer will come off. Here's a pass for the Rushmore Thunder, moving into the offensive end, but just a little bit too far off the stick for Landon Bartling. Back in. There is Carter Kirk that will keep it in the zone. John Lyons up to the boards, to the blue line. Andre Carbonneau. That one's flipped high, gloved by Kieran Duffy, and he says, let's just get a whistle here with 10:42 to go in the first period.
Good choice. And sometimes you won't get a whistle right away, and then as a goalie, you don't know what to do with it. Should I throw it down? And sometimes it's too late when you do throw it down.
Right, because you got to make sure that your guys are ready to take the puck. Otherwise, you give the other team an opportunity with it. There's a face-off that's tied up. Back to the blue line. Merchant with the shot all the way through. Duffy makes the save. And a whistle with 10:37 to go here in the first period.
Probably the best thing that can happen is a few shots here on Duffy.
That's right.
Get him warmed up.
Face-off to the right of Duffy again. He's made 2 saves now on those 2 shots. Howard goes up the middle of the ice. Maybe not the most.
No, that's not where you typically want to pass it.
Right, it's a little dangerous, but it worked. They got him out of the zone as it will be played by Tyson Dunbar up. Keenan Howard now will take it at the blue line. And Howard goes across over for Andre Carbonneau, just a little bit too far, but he was able to push it in the zone. From the near side corner, it's Caleb Merchant that plays it around to the far side boards. The Rushmore Thunder rink-wide pass was tipped off the stick of Lions, picked back up by Jaden Floor. Throws it in front of the Capitals bench, played by Carbonell. Capitals are in the midst of a change. Moving in is the Rushmore Thunder, and a blind pass that went between two Rushmore players, but Hunter Wallow will pick it up in the near side corner for the Rushmore Thunder. It's played back around behind the net as the pass comes out. Carter Sanderson intercepts it, tipped along, and then they're going to say it was icing, but Duncan Chisholm, and from up here, looked like Duncan Chisholm could have easily stretched the stick out and touched it. Now from down there, it probably is a little bit more than just a foot away.
It's exactly what the Oahe coaching staff was thinking.
So face-off will be coming to the left of Kieran Duffy with 9:43 left to go in the first period. It is won by the Rushmore Thunder. Parker Brandon, that shot, that was blocked up by Ryan Wadeen, one of the 3 senior skaters for the Capitals. They have 5 seniors in total. 2 are goalies, Carter Scholes and Kieran Duffy, the man that's between the pipes right now for the Capitals. Here is Carter Sanderson. He gets pushed off the puck, and they're going to say it's onside play as Sanderson, pass goes over for Beck on the back end, tries to come back in front. Brandon was able to get a piece of it. Sanderson will pick it back up, trying to throw it to the net, but it was blocked away. As it comes out to the blue line, Wadeen tried to hold the zone, unable to, and now a race after it. Sanderson is able to get back, throws the body on number 2, Alex Dietrich. And then back over on the other side, Dre Burton is over there. He throws the body on Zeke Farley. Here the near side corner, Rushmore Thunder still have it. There's a big check from Ryan Wadeen as the refs stay play on. Back out to the blue line. There's a shot that's blocked by Jaron Beck. Kieran Duffy has lost his goal stick. Ryan Wadeen will hand it to him as he dropped his stick to allow a time to pick up Kieran Duffy's stick to give it back to him.
And then he makes a play on defense.
Yeah.
There's another shot and a right toe save made by Duffy. Rebound kicked out all the way to the blue line. Held in by the Rushmore Thunder. Flipped out. That one is going to be a high stick, but the White Capitals will let it sit there. And everybody's going to sit, and now we're going to get a whistle. And we will have a high stick call, not a penalty, just a played by a high stick. So it'll be an offensive zone face-off here for the White Capitals.
I haven't seen that in a while where everybody sits there around the puck. Nobody wants to touch it.
Everybody just takes a deep breath.
Yep.
8:20 left to go here in the first period. The face-off to the left of Hobby. As it will be Barrett Schweitzer trying to push the face-off into the corner. Picked up by Tyson Dunbar for the Rushmore Thunder. And here is Rushmore and Dunbar able to get out of his own zone. It was tipped by the Rushmore Thunder as it's played into the zone. Bouncing puck held in by the glove, knocked down, and swung out of the zone by the Capitals. That was Devin Dodson that threw it out of the zone. Played all the way around. That comes out of the zone again by Rushmore. It's a delayed offside. It went in on net on Kieran Duffy. He made the save, but the whistle, because of that delayed offside, you can't shoot the puck at the net.
Would not have counted.
So a face-off will come all the way to the Rushmore. Nope, it's going to be in the Rushmore zone. Thought maybe the Rushmore blue line, but it is going to be an offensive zone face-off here for the Hawaii Capitals. And Coach Novak is trying to ask why in the world is that in the offensive zone.
Every possession so important.
So Novak not happy with the answer that he got. But a face-off will be coming here for the Capitals in the offensive zone. They won it. Floor falling to the ice. Able to get back up. But at the blue line, the Caps can't hold it in. Keenan Howard's going to go back 2-on-1 for the Rushmore Thunder. Moving in, a shot goes up high over the top of the net, stays in play, and then cleared away by the Capitals. Off the glove of the Rushmore Thunder. Devin Dodson racing in. There's a big check.
Hand almost went up. Almost
went up, yeah. I thought that hand was going to go up for a penalty on the Capitals. That one's played over to the Rushmore bench. Picked up by Hunter Wallop. It is now Dre Burt. He plays it over across. Picked back up by the Rushmore Thunder. Dietrich moves it in, fans on a pass attempt. Howard racing after it. Knocked down and out of the zone by Barrett Schweitzer. Dawson Worth, he let it go. Tyson Dunbar will pick it up. No icing, 7 minutes to go here in the first period. Still looking for our first goal of the game. There is another high sticking call, played by a high stick, and they will call it again for another high stick.
Happened twice in one game.
Yeah.
Haven't seen it in about a year.
If you're the White Capitals and where the puck was going, no reason to touch it. Make them touch it and make them play it. Otherwise, you get the offensive zone face-off.
Again, playing a possession-by-possession game at this point. Everyone is so important.
It's tough to look at that puck and not touch it, though.
Offensive zone face-off to the right of Hobby. I believe it was Dre Burnt that was right next to the puck, and he was telling, I believe maybe it was Grayson Hunsley, saying, don't touch it, played by a high stick. Good communication by the Capitals. This will be played out by the Rushmore Thunder. Rink-wide pass as it goes into the neutral zone. Flipped in by Carter Kirk. Kirk's racing after it. Into the corner it goes. John Lyons over for Aiden Anderson. Trying to flip it up out of the zone. And then we get a hand pass called against the Rushmore Thunder. And it will come out of the zone. And now the top line will get back out there. That's a mixture of a third and fourth line shift. You're getting John Lyons, Andre Carbonneau, Aiden Anderson. You're trying different things. You're basically going 2 full lines right away, and then that third line is a mixture of different guys.
We're going to face off again.
And now we've got way too many.
I'm not so sure they're not going to give him are they going to give him a penalty? No, they're just not going to let him enter.
So there
was 2 guys standing on the ice in front of the Rushmore bench.
Yeah, they had like 9 guys on the ice waiting to try and either come in the game or I don't know what they were trying to do. Ashton Grease, Alex Dietrich on the face-off, won by the Rushmore Thunder. Dawson Worth playing defense right now. He goes across ice for Duncan Chisholm, throws it in from the blue line, is caught by Kieran Duffy, and we get a whistle with 6:18 to go here in the first period.
It's a tough shot there, isn't it, for Kieran Duffy? He saw that one all the way, but it's tough. It's about 1.5 feet off the ground. You don't know if you should pad save it or you should catch it with your glove.
Here's a face-off upcoming. That one is picked up here by the Rushmore Thunder. Behind the net it is. As it'll be played around. There's a shot. Rebound is loose, and the Rushmore Thunder stick it in. Zeke Farley makes it 1-0 with 6:06 to go here in the first period.
2 rebounds there right in a row. Duffy got the first shot, got the second rebound, and the third one he couldn't keep up with.
So it is a 1-0 lead now here for the Rushmore Thunder. And this becomes the next all-important goal to get. The Capitals have to get this one. They do not want to go down 2-0 to the Rushmore Thunder. We'll wait to see who gets the assists on the goals, but it is a 1-0 lead right now here for the Thunder, the top seed, the undefeated team here in South Dakota. Duncan Chisholm, he will turn. Dietrich gets the assist.
Dietrich to Farley.
As is Sanderson here for the Capitals. Looking for a shot all the way through. Hobby makes the save, and there is no rebound. 5:44 left to go here in the first period. Caps don't want to press too much. They just need to get a goal. They don't need to get a goal right now. They just look for good shots.
Be patient and take good ones.
They just have to. They need to get the next one, but they don't have to score in the next couple minutes. Here's a face-off that is pushed in from the captain Ashton Grease, picked up on the near side corner by the Rushmore Thunder, out to the blue line where it's held in by Keenan Howard as he'll play it around to the far side boards. Jaron Beck plays it in the corner, out to the blue line, held in by Jaden Floor. That's a good job there by Jaden Floor. Somebody lost a glove. Hockey headquarters will take care of that with that loose equipment, although the man picked it right back up, and then the Rushmore Thunder will ice it with 5:17 left to go here in the first period. And Kieran Duffy throws it all the way down the ice and says, let's get this next face-off. Let's get these guys moving here. 5:17 left to go in the first period. The 1-0 lead for the Rushmore Thunder, the top overall seed. They have not lost a game all season. Face-off is won. Carter Sanderson, his shot goes just wide of the far post, looking to go blocker side. This one will come out to the blue line. It's a delayed offside. Rushmore will have to tag back up. It's picked up by the Capitals, but they turn it over. Dawson Worth waiting, a pass over, looking for a one-timer, and a good stick by Jaron Beck. And the man fell down over on the far side. Goes back over. Merchant couldn't handle the pass off of his stick, and it's dumped back in by the Rushmore Thunder. That one's tipped by Ashton Grease, so there is no icing as it goes the length of the ice with 4:44 to go in the first period. The Rushmore Thunder back behind their own net. Chisholm lost the puck, did number 19 in Alex Petrato, and then Chisholm failed on a pass attempt. Thankfully, for the Rushmore Thunder, they got the puck back. Grayson Hunsley will get to the red line, dump it in, and it will now be played here by Caleb Merchant. His pass goes across the far side. Hunter Walla will accept the pass as he enters the zone on the near side, swings wide. Stops on a dime, so does Dre Burt defending him. That pass goes across, a one-timer, they score. I'm not sure if that was a legit pass across or not, but it's a one-timer, and it's a 2-0 lead for the Rushmore Thunder.
And it looked like Duffy saw it all the way, but it almost looked like he didn't get enough on that and perhaps was acted like a changeup because Duffy came out and he saw it all the way.
Dawson Worth will get the goal.
I think there was not as much on that shot as Duffy thought there was.
And it's now 2-0 for the Rushmore Thunder with 4:05 left to go in the first period. Now it becomes even more critical for the Capitals to get the next goal. That one to be knocked out. Grayson Hunsley as he plays it around. Wallop and Parker Brandon get the assists. So here is Dre Burtz trying to move into the offensive end. But it's Carter Kirk that will intercept it. As it's played back into the neutral zone and back into the offensive end for the Rushmore Thunder. Chipped by Ashton Grease as he's trying to play it along, but it will be instead being grabbed, and into the zone is Easton Knoll. And Knoll will throw it in. You don't hardly have talked about Knoll at all in the two games that the Capitals and Rushmore Thunder played, and last night as well. Actually, probably a little bit more in that third period last night. Beestrom plays it across. It will be now taken by the Rushmore Thunder with 3:05 left to go here in the first period. There's a puck that comes out to Beestrom at his own blue line. Up to the middle of the ice for Ashton Grease, but he can't get it around Carter Kirk. And then Grease from the red line. He plays it back into the zone. He'll go off for a change, and the Rushmore Thunder regrouping back in their own end of the ice. 2:44 left to go here in the first period. That pass is taken by Hayden Hollick. And Hollick from the near side corner. He gets jammed along the boards. And now Hollick falls down. And it'll be picked back up by Jaden Floor, where it's up for Carter Gordon. Chips it off the boards. He's going to race after it. The puck's not going to have enough steam to get all the way down the ice. Duncan Chisholm gets to it first, and he'll play it back up around as Andre Carbonell, Carter Gordon, and John Lyons are out there. As it's played over, Keenan Howard at the blue line holds it in. Gordon will go back in and chase after the puck. Duncan Chisholm, he will seal off Gordon and plays it all the way around out to the blue line. Here is the Rushmore Thunder. They try to dump it in. It goes off of Keenan Howard. He couldn't find the puck. It was loose in the slot. Now Howard will pick it back up. Howard makes one move around. He's trying to keep a hold of the puck. And from the blue line, as he gets running towards the bench, and then we get a whistle and a penalty, and a hold is going to be called up against the Rushmore Thunder, and the Capitals will go back on the power play where they're in need of a big one.
Keenan Howard spinning around with a stick flying there. The referee almost took it in the face.
Dietrich gets called for it with 1:46 left to go here in the first period.
It's an opportunity on the Pelican Power Sports power play.
Ashton Grease on the face-off win for the Rushmore Thunder. Sanderson plays it open ice on the far side. Beck will turn with it. Caps are looking for a power play goal. Grease falls down, but as he blew a tire, he blocked the puck from being cleared, as it's now Jaron Beck again, trying to get back to the slot, and it's going to come out of the zone where Dre Burt will pick it back up. And Burt from his blue line. Pass goes across for Grease. Keenan Howard didn't see where the puck was coming from. It's dumped in as it's played all the way around. And now it's picked up by Dawson Worth. 2-on-2, shorthanded. Worth with a shot. Glove save made by Duffy. A whistle with 1:12 to go here in the first period. And 1:26 left to go on the power play. The 14 seconds of a power play if the Caps don't score of the second period. So not much work to do in that second period, but this for the Capitals. They've got to find a way to score on this power play. Faceoff was won by Rushmore, and they'll come out of the zone. Does Brandon, as they'll go back across, and they'll clear it all the way down. All it takes is one good shot for the Capitals. And with 1 minute to go in the first period. One good shot, and they can make it a 2-1 hockey game. Burnt will race up into the neutral zone. Still with it is Burnt. He gets in. He tried to turn. Burnt trying to slide as he gets a shot away. Comes back to Sanderson. Sanderson waits. His shot's blocked down, and he'll be cleared away by the Rushmore Thunder. Kieran Duffy will come out to play it with 35 seconds to go. With one man, Andre Burnt, he'll play it up the boards. Ashton Grease will settle the puck. Down to 30 seconds to go in the period. Reese moves in, throws it to the net, and we get a whistle with 25.5 left to go here in the first period. 39 seconds left to go on the power play. And if you're Coach Steele, you're probably leaving your top unit out there on the rest of this power play because you get the opportunity to get a rest here in the next 25.5 seconds.
39 seconds, you need to set up your power play here.
Face-off was won by the Capitals. Sanderson played in the corner, played out to the boards, and it's a pop over the skates of Jaden Floor and out of the zone. And then Floor, he's able to keep it alive as it comes back out of the neutral zone. Howard with 10 seconds left to go. He moves in. Howard is in. His shot was blocked up, and it will clear the zone with 5 seconds to go. That's going to end the first period, and the Capitals will go down 2-0 at the end of the first period. Outshot 7-4 in that first period by the Rushmore Thunder, and a 2-0 lead for the Thunder at the end of one period. Not the start the Capitals are hoping for, the start that Rushmore was hoping for. And they lead it 2-0 here at the end of the first period over the Hawaii Capitals. As we will step aside, and when we come back, we'll have our first intermission report. Might talk to Coach Curtis Egan of the 16U Team SD and also the head coach of Sioux Falls, too. You're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock on KSDR, as well as on KKQQ, and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Oahe Federal Credit Union's recreational loan special is in full swing with rates as low as 2.25% APR and terms as long as 15 years. Now is your chance to get into that new or used boat, jet ski, camper, motorcycle, UTV, or ATV you've been dreaming about. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and let the girls at Oahe Federal Credit Union make that dream a reality.
Oahe Federal Credit Union.
This is Ashton Grease, captain of the Oahe Capitals boys varsity hockey team. Spring is right around the corner. It's time to start thinking about getting your roof repaired. My dad at Weatherall Roofing is the guy to call. Weatherall Roofing offers commercial roofing options, including metal roof restorations and EPDM rubber roof restorations. When hockey season is over, you'll find me on a roof somewhere. Check out our website at www.weatherallroof.com or call Chad at 224-7982. Go Caps!
Changing the game, Aberdeen.
Get in on the game. Get to Aberdeen to shop, dine, and relax. Spend the day checking items off your list from hundreds of local businesses where there's something for everyone. Please your palate with dozens of culinary options, and let our service providers pamper you or help you take care of business. Check out the museum, art galleries, art classes, public library, and much more. We know you have choices. Thanks for spending time in Aberdeen. We always look forward to seeing you.
Changing the game, Aberdeen.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Please contact one of your South Dakota Kubota dealers today. The Ram Coda in Aberdeen has everything for business travel needs. We have meeting and banquet spaces to host your event with a restaurant and lounge on site. For the leisure times or the fun business meetings, the Ram Coda is located next to 2 golf courses. The Ram Coda has a full hot continental breakfast so you don't have to leave the comfort of the building. And don't forget to use your Best Western rewards at our pet-friendly establishment. The Ram Coda in Aberdeen, 1400 8th Avenue Northwest. Call 605-229-4040 to make your reservation today. As we welcome you back here into the first intermission report brought to you by the University of Jamestown, where your success is our tradition. John Wickler alongside Jeff Anderson, Jim Lloyd, but right now we're going to talk with Coach Curtis Egan, who is one part of the he is the head coach of Sioux Falls too. He's not just part of the coaching staff. He is the head coach, but also a head coach of the 16U Team SD. And first, before we get to Team SD, you can't not ask about how the game was today because you won in overtime. How much fun was that?
Yeah, it was a great feeling. It's been a long year for us. Coming the 7th seed, we played a hot Brookings coming out, but I think it's important for our athletes to find a way to respond the next day. And it was a great game. Sioux Center, they had a great team. They beat us twice in the regular season. 2-goal win first weekend of the year, and then they beat us 5-1 down there. So we had to come prepared today. Spent a lot of time in the penalty box, but we ended up getting it done. Team effort too. We scored. We had a shorthanded goal, a power play goal, and then three even strength goals. But we had good zone entry. We had a great defensive core playing on the back end for us, and we got it done. Goaltender did great. And so it was a good feeling. We get to play another day, and I think that says a lot with 11 team league that we have. Come in 7th seed, and we got a chance to come out 5. Two wins on the weekend. I think that's important to build off of for next year for these guys. So
absolutely, and we're going to close with what it's going to take to beat Aberdeen. But right now, the middle part, let's talk about Team SD. You're 16U Team SD coach. You get a chance to you coach Sioux Falls, but you get a chance then to see the rest of the state. A lot of good young talent for the rest of the state. What's it like to be a Team SD head coach?
Yeah, it's been a great experience. Connor Halbert was our head coach last year, and he brought me on. So it was a great experience to learn. And then this year, our coaching staff's myself, Cody Honkamp out of Brookings, and then Aaron DeBate, Sioux Falls. Great bantam coaches. They got to compete at their state tournament 2 weeks ago. And to see the kids across the state, I believe we have our team is composed of players from 7 different communities. We have 4 of them playing right now in this semifinal game.
Which is nice.
Yeah, wow. Jaron Beck, you got Dawson Worth, Caleb Merchant, and then Alex Petrato, right? And then earlier we had a couple of the Sioux Falls guys, and then we got Luke Honkamp out of Brookings. And then on our team we have a few guys, Watertown, McBride, and then Mitchell, Parker Denny, and I know I'm missing somebody. Oh, Aberdeen. We got A.J. Dabney and Brady Huff coming out of Aberdeen. So, it's a great spread, and I apologize if I missed anybody, that anybody's on the air. But I think it's a really cool experience for the South Dakota guys, and to see their conversations after the game. They battle for 51 minutes. I think we talked about this a couple years ago or last year. But they battle for 51 minutes, and after the game, they usually get together. And they're having handshakes or hugs or whatever it be. This time of year, it's usually hugs, but we'll see you next week because we got practice down here at the Shields Iceplex. So we'll get 3 practices in, and then we got probably a weekend off depending on scheduling. I know a couple teams are going to have some more commitments here coming out of the weekend. And then we're going to head out to Troy, Michigan for our U16s. And I want to see our U14 boys are heading to Kalamazoo, Michigan this year.
Yeah, that's right.
So we won't see each other while we're out there, but another great group of players coming up from the U14 level too, and we're seeing that across the state level play. There's a lot of great young players across the board.
Well, and you're part of that U16 team last year that went to the championship game.
Yes.
Didn't get the championship win, but went to the championship game, and that says a lot because you got to play well enough to be in the semifinals.
Yep.
And then you got to play well enough to win that semifinal game and be in the championship. That says a lot about South Dakota hockey.
Yep. We went 3-0 in the pool play, won the semifinal game. Got to match up with I believe it was the Atlanta Fire again in that championship Monday? Monday. Yeah, Monday. And they took us to overtime, and kind of like today in our game in overtime, it doesn't take anything pretty usually, and it might be one breakaway, but getting the puck to the net, and that's my vivid memory of it.
Right.
Just like my senior year, when Watertown beat us out in Rapid City. It wasn't anything pretty. I think the puck hit about 4 or 5 different things before it went in, and we left Rapid second place. But, good memories and everything. And that Team South Dakota, like I said, it builds that bond for those kids to go further on from hockey, too. If they end up at the same college, you might be working with the same people 10 years down the road, too. So, it's been an exciting ride, and we got 20 games in preseason. Went over to Minnesota a couple times, and then played Brookings, Pierre, Rapid, probably, and then Aberdeen. I think we got some games in with them too preseason. So it's good on both ends for the local associations to get some ice time, get some games in, and then really promote the team, the product, right? And let the communities come out and see what Team South Dakota is about, and highlight some of those U16, the top U16 players that are trying out for that team, and really keep the exposure going. And hockey's growing in South Dakota. I'm sure you guys have talked about it. It continues to grow. It's exciting, Badlands Sabres, when they organize, and they're going this year. And then the announcement from Augie earlier this year. That's exciting. I think that's huge for hockey. We're going to get more non-traditional fans out here. I saw some old friends from Pierre, and it was after our game today, and I thought they were lost because Pierre wasn't playing for like 3 hours. They just came out to watch hockey, and I think that's the important part. We saw the Summit League do it, was that 2012, 11, how it just kicked off in Sioux Falls, and people started coming to it, and I think that should be Sadaha. I think that's Sadaha's goal, and it's cool to hear those stories where people are just coming out to watch hockey.
And that's what we love to do about it too, because we can sit and watch hockey all day, and who doesn't like? I mean, we love doing that, but to be able to allow people to even sit at home and watch hockey all day, and for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and we did it for the girls tournament last weekend as well. But it's so much. It's fun to hear and to see some of these, and you. For the Hawaii Capitals personally, was able to hear that they had like the biggest numbers of small, whatever mini mites I think it is. The learn to skate was the biggest they've ever had it, and that's you want to continue to have it be. You don't want this year to be the biggest. Next year, you want next year to be the biggest. So that's what you love. You hear when you have the numbers continue to grow.
The retention and growth. Is huge, right? And the lower level communities doing their part with the try hockey for free, or the shorter sessions too for parents, and then their kids end up getting hooked, so then the parents have to get hooked. Right? Talking to a friend, Seth Parsons over there, so he didn't see himself coaching, and now he's coaching because his son joined the learn to skate program here, short session. Next year he'll be full bore. I'll find a Flyers jacket for him. So
now, I can't get used to wearing the Sioux Falls Flyers jacket. Do people? I mean, when we saw the Pierre people, did they kind of scoff at you a little bit wearing the Sioux Falls Flyers jacket?
No, and we got to beat them up there this year, so 2-0 up there. That'll be a memory that sticks with me, John.
That's what they scoffed at, wasn't that you're wearing it, that your team beat the Hawaii Capitals 2-0. That was a heck of a hockey game, too. But Team South Dakota, so you get next weekend of practice, next 2 weekends of practice, weekend off, and then that would be about the second weekend of April, maybe the first weekend of April that you guys?
Well, we'll ship out the last Tuesday of March. I believe it's the 29th. Does that sound right? We'll have a practice here. We'll take off about 10:30 at night. We'll bus over through the night. We'll land in Troy, Michigan, and we will practice skate Wednesday afternoon. We'll play Thursday, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday pool play. Hopefully we're there till Monday.
I would love to see every team, Team SD team, playing Monday, playing into Tuesday, and or I guess Monday if that's the championship day. Play the last day. How about that? Play the last day. That would be fantastic to see every Team SD. What do you? I mean, how do you like this team? How do you like this team's chances?
I think we're great. We got a lot of speed. I mean, watch this game right now for everybody watching it. There's, like I said, there's 4 players out here. And a couple players that aged out, and Dre Barrett and Ashton Grease. They brought a lot to the team last year. I'm glad they were a part of it. They got to experience it, but we got, like I said, I mentioned those 4 players earlier, and I think by the end of it, we'll gel everybody, we'll get them together, and that's the goal. We'll have a short 3-week planning phase, I guess you would call it, and I think they'll come together and they'll compete, and seeing the amount of players that are in the state tournament and then the high level in the semifinals, it's huge.
And there's you mentioned a Mitchell guy, so Mitchell wasn't here in the state tournament, but just about, 99% of the players are playing in this state tournament right now that are playing for Team SD. I don't want to say 99. There's probably 95, 90%. But if you're watching the state tournament and watching all these games, you're going to hear these names because they're some of the better players on the team, and it's going to also makes it a lot more fun to follow Team SD because you already know these guys. You've seen these guys play, and you see how well they play for one team, and then you see them playing for your state in a national level.
Yep, national level, and we'll have to put you guys in the budget next year so we can bring you out with us, huh?
Okay,
Oh,
there
Get
you
you guys
go.
spread out. I don't know if USA Hockey will allow it.
Curtis Egan is pulling the strings for some radio.
Oh, I like it.
Jeff keeps talking about how we're going to have to be going to Pennsylvania for the girls.
Girls, yep.
Yeah, and we might have to split all three of us up.
Yeah.
Go Michigan, go to Pennsylvania, go
Texas,
everywhere.
California,
Texas, yeah.
4 girls teams, 2 boys teams. It's really exciting for South Dakota hockey. Love the weekend. You know, this is a long weekend, but it's fun to see a lot of old faces here and have your friends, family texting you before the games, and just the brotherhood that's created with hockey on our side too, and coaches and players, and just having this coverage is huge for South Dakota amateur hockey and for the state tournament. So I appreciate you guys having me on, Jeff and John. And
Yeah, absolutely.
You guys are in for a wild one here.
I always love talking to you. It's always so much fun when you get to join in between periods, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
I always enjoy talking to you, and appreciate you coming up here, talking some Team SD. Maybe I can get you a Capital shirt to wear sometime.
I got to do this because it's the old. I think it's on Slapshot, but I'm going to say hi to the boys at home, back home, right? I got to say hi to the boys back home.
There you go.
Keep it air-rated or G-rated.
Yeah. Coach Curtis Egan of the Sioux Falls 2 Flyers. They will play the Constellation Championship tomorrow, and that will be at 9:05 tomorrow morning as they will take on Aberdeen. And, of course, he's the head coach of the Team SD. So we are just about ready to go. Team SD 16U.
We could have talked for another half hour.
I know.
Full of passion, isn't he?
Oh,
passion for the game.
And I told him that, and I wasn't trying to pull his leg that I like talking to him. I really, it's always a blast talking to Curtis Egan. Obviously, he's got his Pierre roots. Didn't really get to know him too much while he was in Pierre because I got there right before he was done. But he always comes up and talks, and always helpful with getting lineups to me. He's a blast to. Even though he's an opposing coach, he's a blast to work with.
But he's good for South Dakota hockey.
He's very good for South Dakota hockey. So the Rushmore Thunder have come back on the ice. The Hawaii Capitals were the first ones on the ice in a 2-0 game, as it will be the Rushmore Thunder, the Hawaii Capitals, here for the second period. They're going to get the power play unit on.
14 seconds here in the power play.
And the Capitals were trying to get the power play unit on, but they could not, so Corbin Beastrom stays out. And Ashton Grease wins the face-off, throws it in on net, and there's a whistle, and it will be a little bit of pushing at the end of that play. 8 seconds still.
Hollick is involved.
8 seconds still left to go on the power play. And Grease maybe trying to see if he can't find another penalty on the Rushmore Thunder. But they'll keep Beastrom out because there's only 6 seconds left to go on the power play. As Ashton Grease will win the faceoff, picked up by Beastrom, played into the far side corner, where it's wrapped around the boards here to the near side. It comes out of the zone, and coming out of the penalty box right now is Dietrich, as it is now 5-on-5, as Kieran Duffy will turn and have to play it here up to the near side. Dietrich will throw it to the net. That one goes wide. Back to Parker Brandon as he picks it up. Into the corner it is on the far side. Back out for Brandon. His shot all the way through. A left pad save made by Duffy. Trying to flip it out was Burnt, trying to get a stretch pass up for Grease to lead him into the zone. But it was knocked down, and now it's Dietrich back in. Dietrich with a high shot. Headhunter over to Kieran Duffy as it goes just high. Parker Brandon plays it up. Sanderson picks it off. His shot, glove save made by Hobby. That was a good look there for Sanderson. Back to the blue line. Burnt starts to walk it in all the way through, and a save made again by Hobby. Grease late on a shift. Over a minute now on that first shift of the second period. Played out of the zone, and it will go all the way down. Nope, it will not go far enough for an icing. Corbin Beastrom will pick it back up, and Beastrom plays it up, and it's tipped away by the Capitals. A bouncing puck, it will come all the way for Hobby to take, and the Capitals will make that full line change. But Grease stays on the ice as he picks off a pass. In front, but Grease can't get a shot away. Devin Dodson out there along with Grayson Hunsley. Caps will tag back up as they are back on side, and they complete that line change. Off the stick of Burnt, rolls in on Duffy, and he will cover for a whistle with 15:23 to go here in the second period.
Probably Duffy's last game in the nets for Oahe because he's not scheduled to play tomorrow.
and that could change with those two goalies. You never know if Duffy will get the game or if it's Carter Scholes.
They kind of use them interchangeably.
Yes.
Right. And it all might depend on how you win, how you lose, and how you end this game and how you play in this game. So a face-off will be coming up out to the left of Duffy, right of Duffy. Back across, they score! Petrano makes it 3-0 with 15-17 to go here for a second period. And the Capitals will now have to battle all the way back from a 3-0 deficit. And the Rushmore Thunder are starting to really take control of this hockey game.
Pretty nice pass in front of Duffy there. He had to go a long ways to get over to that one.
So we'll wait to see the official call of the goal and the assist. As Barrett Schweitzer on the face-off is won by Rushmore. It is picked up by Carter Kirk. He lost the puck off of his stick, and Grayson Hunsley will play it off the boards. Parker Brandon off the glass, out of the zone. Here he comes back again as Worth gets the assist. He's got 2 so far. And also with the goal, or excuse me, he's got an assist and a goal right now for the Rushmore Thunder. A 3-0 lead for Rushmore. Here's Chisholm. That one's off the boot of Howard. Does not come out of the zone. Held in, Carter Kirk. Trying to pass it to the slot. It's now Keaton Howard. Dietrich behind the net. Plays it back around. Trying to pass it to himself. And then it's Howard moving in, trying to get a big check. And it's picked back up by the Rushmore Thunder. Chisholm plays it over for Carter Kirk. And it's thrown in. That one by number 10, and that is Hayden Holick. Jaden Floor for the Capitals. Out to the neutral zone. Tipped by Schweitzer. He's going to go off for a change, and the top line comes back out, and they need goals from that top line. They've been the most consistent goal-scoring team, consistent goal-scoring line for the Capitals all season. And they're going to have to score in bunches here in this game. There's a wind-up shot, and a stick goes flying. Ashton Grease, the stick was a shot. It goes over the top of Duffy.
Stick went as far as the puck.
Oh, I haven't seen that one before.
Hockey headquarters. That one landed at the doorstep of hockey headquarters. Here's another wind-up shot. No stick involved at flying that time, but it's picked back up by Worth. Here is Sanderson. That stick looked like it was flying across. There's a high check and a penalty coming up against the Rushmore Thunder. A rough is called. And it'll be Petrano it will be Merchant that will go to the penalty box. And the third Capital power play.
An opportunity once again for Oahe to get back into this thing and at least get something on the board.
Yeah, they need one right here. The Caps need one right here. Dawson Worth, the face-off will be coming over to the right of Hobby, who's made all 8 saves in net so far. Face-off is won. Sanderson couldn't get a shot away. And it will be taken now here by Worth. He's looking to attack shorthanded. Dawson Worth is in shorthanded. Moves around back. Pass goes over off the skates of Burnt. Went just wide of the cage. And then losing a stick was, I believe, Landon Bartling. And now is actually Hunter Walla. Back here, Beck plays it back behind the net for Dre Burnt. And now John Lyons plays it back for Burnt, but he missed the puck, and it will be played all the way down again by the Rushmore Thunder. Duffy comes out, plays it up for Burnt. And as he has it here behind his own nets, up for Sanderson. And here is Carter Sanderson in, onside play. John Lyons will go off for a change as it's played around. It comes out. Keenan Howard was able to knock it down, plays it across as the Caps will have to get back to the blue line. Beck goes across for Sanderson. Minute gone by the power play. Caps are 0 for 2 on the Pelican Power Sports power play. Nearly turned over. Now Burnt will pick it into the zone. Burnt moves in. Burnt still moving in all the way in. He scores! Trey Burnt makes it 3-1. And the Caps are down by just 2, and that's what they need.
And that play was all Trey Burnt right from the start. Nice stick movement just inside the blue line, and he took that one all the way down. And what a fake he put on Hobby right at the doorstep.
There's the first one the Caps need. They need another 2 to tie it up, but they have gotten the first one in the books. It's now 3-1 as Dre Burnt scores his 9th goal of the season.
That's a great individual effort.
We'll see if there's any assists at all for the goal scored by Burnt. As it's played here on the near side. Over to the slot, high shot, and it goes just over. Dre Burnt, unassisted goal. As it's back out to the blue line. Pass goes across to the near side. There's a shot, and that was blocked up by Jaden Floor. There's another chance that goes wide, the glove side of Duffy. That's one Barrett Schweitzer was able to get out. Icing potentially coming up here on the Hawaii Capitals, and it will be an icing with 11:47 to go. Rushmore bench looking for a penalty against Barrett Schweitzer.
Burnt's goal unassisted.
3-1 is their score. With 11:47 to go. Burnt's goal at 12:18. Caps have gotten the first one. Down by 3. Now down by just 2. Howard off the face-off win. Lost the puck. Dawson Worth. He'll twist and turn back at the blue line. Pass goes over for Brandon. He throws it across. Petrano moving in, trying to move through. Duffy lost the side of the puck. It's still loose. It comes all the way across. Duffy's going to get back up and get in position, but it's going to be played out of the zone by Schweitzer. Pushed back in by Rushmore.
Oh.
And now we get a whistle, and a slash is coming up against Barrett Schweitzer.
Completely after the play.
And not the penalty if you're the Capitals that you want to take. Parker Brandon draws it. Schweitzer picks it up.
Schweitzer and Brennan were talking a little bit on the other side of the blue line over there, and probably not a smart penalty there.
So now the Caps will go on the PK, and the first Pelican Power Sports power play for the Rushmore Thunder. They're looking to extend their lead back up to 3. Face-off is controlled by the Rushmore Thunder. It is Dawson Worth, plays it over on the far side. Grease and Beck, the forwards. Burnt and Ryan Wadeen, the defenseman. Pass goes across, one-timer fanned on. That was by Petrano. Good pass across, but Petrano just couldn't get that shot away. As it's here on the near side again, still for the Rushmore Thunder. Hunter Walla plays it back, working the cycle here on the power play. Pass goes over, misses everybody, went between 2 different players in Merchant and Worth, and it comes out of the zone. Caleb Merchant leaves it up for Dawson Worth. Leading goal scorer this year for the States. Worth moves in. He's got a goal and assist right now. He was their best player, one of the best players in the state this year. Coming for the Rushmore Thunder. Dawson Worth to the far side boards on the corner. Ryan Wadeen over there. The puck comes back to him again. Grease will try and play it out, but he can't get the puck out of the zone. Petrano back in the face-off circle. Pass goes across, looking for a one-timer. Good play there by Ashton Grease. He can't clear the puck again. 10:18 left to go. Moving in, Worth makes one-toe drag move. A backhand pass or a shot was off the glove of Dre Burnt. Now he knocks it down with the glove. Played back around. Pass goes back out to the blue line, and it's held in by Worth another time. Still 40 seconds left to go here in the power play. Worth starts to move it in. Capitals have been in the zone for a long time. That shot's blocked up by Burnt. On the back end, finally flips it out, and the Capitals will have to get a change. They've got 2 guys that came to a change. Ryan Wadeen will make the 3rd guy, and Ashton Grease will stay out on the ice. In the neutral zone. It's picked up by Duncan Chisholm. Moving in 3-on-2. Chisholm moves in. Gets checked. Puck is still loose. Duffy makes the save. And then Grease will clear it down one more time. And Ashton Grease maybe needs to come off for a change. But I think he's going to stay out there. You know, he's making his way. Long shift for Ashton Grease. 5 seconds to go on the power play. Moving in is Dunbar. Had his pocket picked. Swiped away by Sanderson. And Sanderson trying to get back to the neutral zone is played back by Duncan Chisholm as Barrett Schweitzer comes out of the penalty box, blows a tire. That pass is off from Jaden Floor and is played back into the zone, off the boards, and played by Duffy. Floor hard off the boards, does come out of the zone, played back in. Keenan Howard, that was off of Andre Carbonneau. Now pass for Carbonneau, that's intercepted. And Zeke Farley dumps it back in. Duffy comes around, can't play it though. Picked back up in the near side boards. That one's picked up by Lance Petrick. Out of the zone it goes. As it's pushed back in. Carter Sanderson couldn't play it. Keenan Howard with 8:35 left to go. Howard up ahead for Carbonneau. Gets to the blue line but can't fully dump it in the zone. And a pass goes across off the stick of Carbonell. Now Jaden Floor makes one move around. He can move in onside. He gets it in onside, but he'll come right back out of the zone where it's picked up by Keenan Howard. And Howard tried to dump it in. It was blocked up, and the pass goes across. That misses, and it should go for an icing, and it does with 8:13 to go here in the second period.
Rushmore Thunder doing a good job keeping the Caps out of their offensive zone.
Face-off will be coming to the left of Hobby. Second semifinal, the winner will go to the state championship to face the Brookings Rangers. Jace Anderson will take the face-off. He pushed it forward. Aiden Anderson out there. Hobby blew a tire. He fell down, but thankfully it didn't matter for the Rushmore Thunder that he fell down. Dre Burt. I mean, he's got skates on, but it was literally slipping on ice.
You don't see a goalie blow a tire like that very often.
Like if he had shoes on, and he just slipped and fell on ice, that's what it would look like. That's what it basically looked like. He was just wearing shoes instead of skates. Just whoop, and he landed on his behind. 7:58, Capitals had iced the puck. There's a wind-up shot that goes wide. Back to the near side blue line. There's Duncan Chisholm with a shot that was a rising shot that went high off the glass and out of the zone. Parker Brandon picked it up on his backhand, plays it around the boards for the Rushmore Thunder in their own end. Back to Brandon, plays it up the boards, and it's out of the zone again. Comes over for Burnt. And now Burnt flips it high up, knocked down with a glove, in for Devin Dawson. Dawson looking for a shot, couldn't get it away though. Duncan Chisholm got over there. And now it's back the other way. 3-on-2 for the Rushmore Thunder. Into the zone. Pass goes across. One-timer from Petrano goes wide. And the Capitals got to race after it. But Dotson, who has gone up and down the ice the last couple of times, he's going to come off for a change. And it's picked up by Hunter Walla here for the Rushmore Thunder. Out to the neutral zone. Ashton Grease is knocked down as he gets spun down. And is still loose at the red line in the neutral zone. Dawson Wirtz stops and starts as he goes on the far side boards. He's ridden off the puck, and it's flipped high up in the neutral zone again, and finally dumped back in by Rushmore. Duffy comes out to play it. It's picked up by Beestrom, up to the far side boards, where Beck will wait, try to play it up for Grease, but his stick was canceled out. Now a bouncing puck comes over here to the Capitals bench, shoveled out of that area, where Beestrom will play it back off the glass and out of the zone again. It's played back in, shoveled out another time by Beestrom. And now it's Parker Brandon. He'll twist and turn, clear the zone. Back to the Capitals blue line with 6:15 to go in the second period. That pass over, Grease picks it up. Grease and offside. Sanderson moved in offside as the puck was coming in. He moved in onside, but the puck came out of the zone as it goes out of play, or it goes for an offside and a face-off just outside the Rushmore blue line. Y'all listen to my Missouri roots are coming out. Y'all listening to KCCR Blunt, as well as KSDR Watertown and KKQQ Brookings. Here's Duncan Chisholm.
Where'd we get this guy?
Here's Carter Kirk moving in. Kirk, start doing the rest of the game in a southern accent. That would really make people irritated.
It's bad for viewing.
As it'll be cleared all the way down, and we get an icing by the Capitals. 5:51 left to go. I could do it.
Maybe do it just for just for one shift. Maybe.
I have 24 years of living in Missouri. That it's not true Southern territory, but there's some Southern accents
Pretty
in Missouri.
Close.
Here is Keenan Howard. He flips it out of the zone. Pass goes across for Duncan Chisholm. And Chisholm in the neutral zone. He fans, he falls down, and now it's Andre Carbonell moving in. Carbonell on his backhand, throws it to the net. It was a save by Hobby, and it'll be played here on the near side as it will be played back into the corner, and around to the far side it goes for the Rushmore Thunder. Up ahead comes Landon Bartling. Bartling in with Carter Kirk. Kirk with a shot, easy glove save for Duffy after it was off the stick of Jaden Floor with 5:16 left to go here in the second period. Go ahead.
It's going to be important for the Oahe Capitals to find a goal here. 5:16 left in this period, and a one goal would make a big difference in this game right now.
Because it was a 2-0 lead after the first period, 3-0 lead for Rushmore. The Caps have got the latest goal, But you want to go that third period down by just one shot. Here's Petrano walking in. Petrano with a shot. Save is made by Duffy, and he's able to cover with no rebound. 5:07 to go. And Corbin Beestrom playing defense right now. That was a smart play, too. He took the pass away and left and said Duffy can make the save one-on-one. We don't want him to try and make a save off of a pass attempt and a one-timer. And Duffy did make the save.
The Caps are playing good defense against a really good shooting team.
That one's dumped into the zone by Rushmore. They're going to tag back up. And as it comes free for Corbin Beestrom, he tried to play it up, but it was knocked down by Wirth. Wirth the pass over for Petrano. Petrano, his pass off the skates of Beestrom. Here's Walla with a shot that nearly took Duffy by surprise, but he was able to get the pads down to make that save. Flipped high over the top of the net. Stays in play with 4:37 left to go here in the second period. That one's blocked down. Petrano plays it back again the near side. Back to Petrano again. Good stick lift. He's still got a shot away, and Duffy made another save. This
Excellent
one flipped
defense.
out. And it's going to go just wide of the goalie, just past Barrett Schweitzer as well. And we get an icing with 4:25 left to go here in the second period.
They got a shot off, but that was great defense again by the Oahe Capitals right in front of Duffy.
Made it a lot more difficult when Petrano was falling to the ice to try and get that shot away. 4:25 left to go in the second period. 3-1 our score. A face-off on the far side, right of Duffy. Out to the blue line. It's held in, but it's blocked up by Grease. Held right back to the Thunder. There's a shot that goes wide. It comes back to the back of the net, where the Rushmore Thunder will play it slow, settle things down. Now Dietrich plays it back out to the blue line. Wind-up shot from Brandon, blocked by Burnt. And Burnt, the goal scorer for the Capitals, trying to move it out. He and Ashton Grease ran into each other. The Capitals trying to clear the zone. It's not cleared out. Here's Farley in, and that shot went maybe off the crossbar. That looked like he did beat Kieran Duffy, but either shot it wide or went off the crossbar. That one's dumped in from the blue line on net. Duffy made the save, and now it's Dietrich back again. That pass coming to the front. It was off of a body, and now Dre Burnt spins off of a check, and then he puts it into the Rushmore bench. And we will get a whistle with 3:36 to go here in the second period.
No need to panic. Play your game.
You're right.
Be nice to spend a little more time in your offensive zone, but Rushmore makes it pretty hard to spend much time there, so you need to capitalize on it when you get there.
Winner will face Brookings in the state championship. Rushmore making too late of a change. The referee is kicking everybody that came on the ice back off the ice and keeping everybody on. Winner will take on Brookings. The loser will face Sioux Falls 1 in the third place game. Winners in the championship. And if the Rushmore wins, it's a rematch from last year's championship game, as it will be Landon Bartling here for the Thunder. There's a shot off of a stick, and it goes just wide of the net. Duffy didn't know where it was at. I couldn't figure out where it was at either. Back to Dunbar now here, the near side blue line, as it's wrapped around the boards, and Howard picks it up. As he tried to flip it up, now Ashton Grease for Sanderson just below his stick. Dunbar to his defensive partner and Merchant. Off the skates, off the knee of Ashton Grease. Howard on the backhand, back out of the zone. As it comes back in, delayed offside. Tagging back up is Rushmore. And a pass from Floor misses for Jaron Beck. This top line is going to see a lot of work here in the next period. In the 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Delayed offside. Duffy came out to play it. I'm surprised there wasn't at least somewhat of a whistle. But now here's Keenan Howard, that he will move it into the zone. Howard moves in. There's a shot that goes off of a stick into the netting, out of play, and we get an offensive zone faceoff for the Capitals with 2:32 to go here in the second period.
Rushmore defensively does such a nice job with angles when it comes down into the zone.
So the faceoff will be to the left of Hobby. It'll be Andre Carbonneau and Dawson Wirth. It is one Parker Brandon for the Rushmore Thunder. Pass goes over as John Lyons will take it. Lyons played back around Duncan Chisholm. Hunter Walla over. Jaden Floor holds it in. Puck is loose to the high slot. And it's cleared away by the Rushmore Thunder. A couple of sticks cancel each other out. Keenan Howard knocks down Petrano. And the puck goes back in the zone all the way around to the far side. Carbonneau clears the zone, and it's now picked up here by the Capitals. Moving in is Jace Anderson. Jace Anderson, Aiden Anderson, another senior. Four senior skaters for the Capitals. I misspoke earlier. I apologize. as Dawson Worth moves it back in. He gets hit by two different Capital players. The puck is still loose as it comes out to the blue line, and Tyson Dunbar will escape the zone and go back to his own blue line to play it. 1:37 left to go here in the second period. That one just missing the stick of Dre Burton. He'll have to race into the corner for it. He gets pinned to the corner. Hunter Walla pins him there. That pass, a blind pass, is intercepted by Carbonneau. He'll flip it just over the top of a jumping Caleb Merchant. And the Caps will make a quick change to get the top line back out there. As it's played back in, Dre Burnt racing after another time. Into the corner, that puck is sitting still. That one goes through the blue paint and out to the blue line here on the near side. Dunbar a shot. Duffy saw it all the way, makes the save, and a whistle with 1:05 to go here in the second period. Don't forget to set your clocks forward an hour when you go to bed tonight. Most phones do it for you anyway. Most every clock does it for you now with technology. But if you don't, then you're going to be late tomorrow. And we don't want you to be late. 9 o'clock, 9:05 is the first game. We have it for you on Capital City Rock. We have all three games on Capital City Rock, KSDR, KKQQ, and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. Final minute here in the second period. That shot comes through off the stick of Duffy, played off the glass, and then trying to swing it out off of Sanderson, picked up by Ashton Grease, and then back to the blue line, where it'll be Jaron Beck and Grease over there, but Rushmore has it another time. Merchant a pass for Farley. That shot somehow got all the way back behind the net, but it might have went off of a couple bodies to get to that point. 25 seconds left to go. Flipped high out, rolling all the way down on net, so Hobby has to play it. There is no icing with 18 seconds left to go here in the period. Dunbar will circle around. He might just try and wait those last 13 seconds and take a 2-goal lead into the locker room. Pass goes back up, back to Dunbar with 6 seconds left to go. And unless there's a complete turnover and a meltdown here by Rushmore, and there won't be, it's going to be a 3-1 game, and Hobby falls down again. But a 3-1 lead for the Rushmore Thunder at the end of the two periods. Dre Burke got a power play goal to pull them back within two. But after two periods, the Hawaii Capitals, they got to find a 2-goal win in that third period to try and keep their season alive and their hopes alive for a state championship. They will play tomorrow for sure, but they're trying to keep their hopes for a state championship alive if they can outscore the Rushmore Thunder by 2, at least by 2 in that third period to send it to overtime. So after two periods, it is a 3-1 lead for the Rushmore Thunder. Back with the second intermission after this. You're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Renke Gray Wealth Management, a place where achieving success can only come from working together. We believe in deep, meaningful relationships that will last generations. Investments change, family situations change. At Renke Gray Wealth Management, we want to help you navigate these changes because our commitment to you won't change. Let's work together on creating your financial plan for your financial freedom. Call Renke Gray Wealth Management at 224-5959 or visit us at renkegray.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial. Member FIRNA SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors. A registered investment advisor. GWM and Renke Gray Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Oahe Federal Credit Union's recreational loan special is in full swing with rates as low as 2.25% APR and terms as long as 15 years. Now is your chance to get into that new or used boat, jet ski, camper, motorcycle, UTV, or ATV you've been dreaming about. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and let the girls at Oahe Federal Credit Union make that dream a reality.
Oahe Federal Credit Union.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zanders has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zanders, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
This is Ashton Grease, captain of the Oahe Capitals boys varsity hockey team. Spring is right around the corner. It's time to start thinking about getting your roof repaired. My dad at Weatherall Roofing is the guy to call. Weatherall Roofing offers commercial roofing options, including metal roof restorations and EPDM rubber roof restorations. When hockey season is over, you'll find me on a roof somewhere. Check out our website at www.weatherallroof.com or call Chad at 224-7982. Go Caps!
Insurance. We all need it. to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side. With offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
As we welcome you back here and continuing our now into our second intermission report, brought to you by the University of Jamestown, where your success is our tradition. The Rushmore Thunder lead at 3-1 over the Hawaii Capitals after 2 periods. John Winkler alongside Jeff Anderson and Jim Lloyd. And with 1 period left to go, the Hawaii Capitals have work in front of them. It's hard to outscore Rushmore by 2 in a period, but that's at the minimum what they have to do in this third.
Well, they still have 17 minutes. You have plenty of time. You can. It's been proven to us over the years that you can score 2 goals in 15 seconds, so I wouldn't worry about it.
Well, and Rushmore, Rushmore knows about that too.
Yeah.
But this Rushmore team is showing why they're undefeated.
Yeah.
They handled Watertown, and now I wouldn't say they've dominated the Hawaii Capitals, but they've outplayed the Hawaii Capitals through 2 periods. A little bit. It was 1-1 here in the second period, but they have shown why they are the number 1 team in the state right now.
Yeah. Well, and from a Oahe standpoint, they can't give up another goal.
No, they cannot.
They
yeah.
just can't. But they continue. They need to continue to play solid defense, capitalize on those opportunities when they get there, and stay out of the penalty box. But there is still plenty of time left, 17 minutes. But you're right, they have their work cut out for them.
Well, the games tomorrow, we do know Aberdeen and Sioux Falls 2 will play at 9:05. We'll be on the air about 8:50 around that time for that first game of the day. It is the 5th place game on Capital City Rock, KSTR, KKQQ, and available to watch on YouTube, as all games are on Capital City Rock Sports. And we know that Sioux Falls 1 will face the loser of this game in the 3rd place game at 12:05. And then the championship game, we know Brookings will play the winner of this game for that championship at 3:05. Tomorrow, and all 3 games will be available to listen to on Capital City Rock, KSDR, and KKQQ. And you also will be able to watch all 3 of the games on Capital City Rock Sports on YouTube.
And the other nice thing about the YouTube is that you can go back and watch these later.
You can literally watch them about 5 minutes after the game's over.
Yeah.
So once we get done, you can start to watch it back over again. And you can watch it at 2 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
You can't watch it between 2 and 3 tomorrow morning, because you got to set your clocks forward, and that's when that time is supposed to change. So when it gets 2 o'clock, it's actually 3 o'clock. So that's the only time you can't watch it.
Well, I hope I'm not awake at that hour.
I hope I'm not either. That's going to make things real short for us tomorrow morning, because we will be back here for that first game. Again, 9:05 is that first game, so we'll be here for all 3 of those games on Capital City Rock, KSDR, KKQQ, and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. 17-12 in shots in favor of Rushmore. They outshot the Capitals 10-8 in that second period. The big goal was Dre Burns' power play goal, because it gives the Capitals life and it gives them a chance. A 3-goal lead is really tough to come back from against this Rushmore team, and why Jeff said the next goal that the Capitals cannot allow another goal the rest of this game.
Yeah, they need to stay within striking distance, of course. And 2 goals is striking distance. But you have to keep it within reach. The next goal, Caps need to get the next goal to get a little momentum boost and to be able to stay in this game. But Rushmore really makes it hard.
Yeah.
Just like the Brookings team, it's really hard to play in your offensive zone. You get a breakaway, but you can never get down there and run any type of offense to get any shots on goal. They keep you out of the zone.
Yeah, and that becomes a danger, and that's why Brookings and Rushmore are so dominant, is because you can't go down by more than 1 goal, because they are just too good of a team to allow them to try and come back from, because they're just too good defensively.
I mentioned it during the game, but I think the Caps defenders are really playing a good game.
Oh, I do.
They really are. They've cleared out a lot of pucks, very little rebound opportunities, but if you watch their defenders, they're doing a fantastic job.
Oh, we do need to take another couple commercial breaks here before we get to the third period, so we'll take one now. 3-1 lead for the Rushmore Thunder. It was Petrano to open up the period, and then it was Burnt to make it 3-1. Those are the two goal scorers in that second period. Back with more of our second intermission report as you're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock, on KSTR, on KKQQ, and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Winter's on its way out, and the hot summer months are almost here. Don't swelter in the heat again this year. Call Jason at Sunmasters in Pierre and get set to get those windows tinted to stay nice and cool this summer. Sunmasters can also repair that pesky chip in the glass, whether it be from a hockey puck or the usual rock. Jason and the crew will get you back on the road feeling comfortable in no time. Located at 1020 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, give them a call at 605-224-6102. Sunmasters in Pierre.
This moment of relief, brought to you by your local State Farm agent, who also brings relief with insurance for what you value most.
Call Becky Pottsaba at 605-224-4173 or Carrie Bauman at 605-224-1096.
How you move matters. Avera Orthopedics helps you move freely and live life to the fullest with innovative treatment options customized to your bone, muscle, and joint needs. Whether you suffer from aches, breaks, tears, or dislocations, turn to the orthopedic team experienced in treating every body. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in, like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Please contact one of your South Dakota Kubota dealers today.
Changing the game, Aberdeen.
Get in on the game. Get to Aberdeen to shop, dine, and relax. Spend the day checking items off your list from hundreds of local businesses where there's something for everyone. Please your palate with dozens of culinary options, and let our service providers pamper you or help you take care of business. Check out the museum, art galleries, art classes, public library, and much more. We know you have choices. Thanks for spending time in Aberdeen. We always look forward to seeing you.
Changing the game, Aberdeen.
As we welcome you back here, as it is a 3-1 game between the Rushmore Thunder and the Oahe Capitals. John Winkler alongside Jim Lloyd and Jeff Anderson. As, well, guys, I get to ask you these questions here, and I'm going to start with Jeff, who's got below him is the Oahe Capitals. What do they need to do to win this third period by at least 2 goals, to send this to overtime or try and win in regulation?
The biggest problem you have in a situation like this is you work so hard to come back to a game to tie it that you're almost out of gas by the time you get it tied up. But we mentioned earlier, of course, stay out of the penalty box. There still is plenty of time left and treat it as such. And, of course, you can't give up another goal. Capitalize on those opportunities and play solid defense. I think that's all they can do and get it in the hands of your playmakers.
On Jim, for the Rushmore Thunder, they got 17 minutes and a 2-goal lead. How do they hang on to that lead?
Play smart and do what you've done all year. Just be smart with the puck. But you need to keep the pressure on. That's what they do so well. That's how they take you out of your game. Keep the pressure on and play smart hockey.
So it is a 3-1 lead here for the Rushmore Thunder as we have played those 2 periods. The third period is on its way next. Their final regulation period of day number 2. You're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock, on KSDR, on KKQQ, and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
The Fieldhouse in Pierre is the perfect place to sit back and watch the state hockey tournament with friends and family. The Fieldhouse with a full bar gives you that feeling like you're at the game without having to leave town, with a selection of your favorite concession-type food, and who doesn't love some pizza? There's free popcorn, peanuts, and Gardettos to complement any of your snack cravings while enjoying the games on one of the many big screen TVs. The Fieldhouse, 2013 East Gate Avenue in Pierre, your place for the game this weekend. Go Caps!
This is Ashton Grease, captain of the Oahe Capitals boys varsity hockey team. Spring is right around the corner. It's time to start thinking about getting your roof repaired. My dad at Weatherall Roofing is the guy to call. Weatherall Roofing offers commercial roofing options, including metal roof restorations and EPDM rubber roof restorations. When hockey season is over, you'll find me on a roof somewhere. Check out our website at www.weatherallroof.com or call Chad at 224-7982. Go Caps!
Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide root canal treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
Winter's on its way out, and the hot summer months are almost here. Don't swelter in the heat again this year. Call Jason at Sunmasters in Pierre and get set to get those windows tinted to stay nice and cool this summer. Sunmasters can also repair that pesky chip in the glass, whether it be from a hockey puck or the usual rock. Jason and the crew will get you back on the road feeling comfortable in no time. Located at 1020 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, give them a call at 605-224-6102. Sunmasters in Pierre.
The Ramcota in Aberdeen has everything for business travel needs. We have meeting and banquet spaces to host your event with a restaurant and lounge on site. For the leisure times or the fun business meetings, the Ramcota is located next to 2 golf courses. The Ramcota has a full hot continental breakfast, so you don't have to leave the comfort of the building. And don't forget to use your Best Western rewards at our pet-friendly establishment. The Ramcota in Aberdeen, 1400 8th Avenue Northwest. Call 605-229-4040 to make your reservation today.
As we welcome you back here, getting set for the third period between the Oahe Capitals and the Rushmore Thunder. John Winkler alongside Jeff Anderson and Jim Lloyd. And here in the final regulation period of this semifinal game, this is a big one for the Capitals. They got to come back from a 2-goal deficit here in this third period.
I look for the Oahe Capitals to respond here coming out of the locker room.
Yeah.
I really do.
I mean, I wouldn't say that they need a goal right away, but it would be very, very important to get a goal right away here for the Hawaii Capitals.
Well, if they get a quick goal, one quick goal is going to change this game.
Yeah.
It's going to be a whole new game.
It will be a whole new game if they score
within the first 2 minutes.
And as Jeff said too, this is for the Hawaii Capitals. You don't want to go down 4-1. You don't even want to be down 4-2 or 4-3 at this point. You want this final score to be 4-3 in favor of the Hawaii Capitals, because I don't know if they score one more goal if the Capitals are going to be able to make a comeback from it.
Well, especially if it gets to be a 4-1 game. If it were 3-2 and then if they score, it might be a different story. But if it gets to 4-1, turn out the lights.
Maybe not quite. Well, depending. Like it could be
dim them a little bit.
Dim them a little bit.
Dim them. Just.
Also, don't forget though, because even if we turn out the lights, we still got our player of the game that we'll talk to. So even if the party's over, we still got the player of the game to come up.
South Dakota Amateur Hockey Association player of the game. We've given it to every game. Last weekend had one, and every game thus far has had one.
And the Capitals and Thunder are both looking for a second player of the game for tonight. As Carter Sanderson on the face-off win for the Hawaii Capitals, he'll dump it in. A bouncing puck is swung away to the near side by Hobby. The Capitals down 3-1 as we open up the third period. The 1 versus 4 seed, that 1 seed undefeated. They're looking to get into the state championship. Dre Burns pass off the skates of Sanderson. Now Beck will leave it in for Sanderson. Sanderson moves in. Pass goes over for Grease. It's loose to the side of the nets, and it will be played here by the Rushmore Thunder. Dawson Worth, pass goes over and into the zone. Goes Petrato, back to Worth, and it was sticked away by Beck. That pass over, Sanderson lays the hit. Now Jaron Beck will throw it all the way down and will go just wide of Hobby for a icing and a whistle with 6:15 to go here in the third period. That top line will most likely be on-off every single shift. We're going to see second line, third line combination, but we're going to see one off every time. I would believe that would be the case.
And why wouldn't you right now? You need your guys.
Yeah, you need to score as much as possible. You would score just about every single shift right now. Here is Barrett Schweitzer, Zeke Farley. They get tangled up a little bit. Barrett Schweitzer scored a goal yesterday. He's got the puck looking for a backhand opportunity, but is played away by Petrano, and he falls to the ice. There's a big hit by Jaden Floor as he knocks down Dietrich. Dietrich's a little slow to get up. Keenan Howard, the puck is still loose in the neutral zone, and from the red line, it's dumped all the way in off the side of the net, and it's going to be an icing called against the Rushmore Thunder.
The rules have changed a little bit in this league, and you can tell when there is an opportunity for a big check. It's not as big as it used to be.
Yeah.
It's Floor right there. He didn't quite know how to check him in the neutral zone.
Yeah, because
he didn't want to get a penalty. He just wanted to.
And with the new rules, it feels like every check could potentially lead to a rough.
Yeah, and you kind of never know sometimes.
And in this tournament, we've seen a few more checks, harder checks, let go for penalties, or let go and not be called penalties.
Well, in a game of this magnitude, you don't want to call it unless you have to.
There's a pass, one-timer, a chance, and partially fanned on. Otherwise, that was going to be a good look for Petrano, and it comes out of the zone. Duncan Chisholm has it over to the far side. It's played by Petrano again. He moves in. Petrano had a hat trick yesterday against Watertown. Plays off the back of the net, trying to come in front. Is loose in front, and Duffy gets the cover for a whistle.
That's a position save.
Well, and it's not so much the top line that comes back out here. We're going to have John Lyons, Aiden Anderson, and Andre Carbonneau out. 15 minutes to go here in the third period. So maybe they're going to wait a couple of minutes before their top line will get every other shift.
Save some legs a little bit.
Because you do play tomorrow, whether you win or lose. Obviously, you want to try and win this game before you think about tomorrow. Here's Andre Carbonneau. He moves in. Carbonneau will blow a tire, but is picked up by Aiden Anderson. And Anderson in the corner. He'll backhand it around. And it'll be played by this one by number 14, and that is Easton Knoll. On the far side, the Rushmore Thunder get it out of the zone. Anderson back over for Ryan Wadeen. That puck was off of Knoll. Wadeen will race to it, gets there first, but as they go back in the corner, Wadeen will play it all the way around, and it comes out of the zone, rolling on edge. It doesn't have enough to make it all the way down the ice for an icing, and it's going to be picked up by Tyson Dunbar with 14:08 to go here in this third period. Caps are still down by 2. They feel like they've got to find a way at some point rather soon to get back within 1 goal. Here's Sanderson, a pass for Grease, and he put it just wide as the pass comes back in front, and it will be still played loose in the slot, and Rushmore will escape that but hazardous danger. Dre Burt, he's got the power play goal. Back over for Grease. Grease moves it in. He's pushing the boards. Duncan Chisholm plays it back around. Here's Jaron Beck racing to it, and the puck goes back out. Beck will play it back in the neutral zone. Now Sanderson, he starts to turn. Here is Grease in for Beck. Beck with a shot goes wide of the blocker side. Back to Sanderson. He'll play it back around. Nearly looked like he broke his stick. Back for Sanderson. He couldn't get a shot away. He was dumped before he got a chance to get the shot away. Big hits. That one came from Hayden Hollick.
May have saved a goal there.
Yeah.
For Rapid.
And that was a big hit that sometimes you'll see a penalty on that. It was kind of a higher hit, but of course in a game like this they do let a little more go.
Sanderson, he's got that great wrist shot.
Picking up a stick down on the far end. Hockey headquarters stick. I don't even know whose stick that was.
And it's somebody from the Rushmore Thunder.
$325 worth.
You don't want to leave that line around just anywhere. Face off to the right of Hobby is now picked up here by the Rushmore Thunder as Hunter Walla plays it all the way across. Petrano, that is onside play, goes off the referee, and that's a break for the Capitals. Otherwise, Dawson Werther is right there. Now it's a 2-on-1 for the Capitals. Sanderson moves in. Sanderson, a pass for Grease. He tried to put it back to the right side of the net, and it went just wide.
Couldn't get enough on it.
Sanderson has made a couple passes for Grease that he couldn't just put in, but they've been good looks for both those guys. There's a pass, goes all the way across, no one there for the Rushmore Thunder. Back to Petrano. That high shot knocked down, and it's played out to the blue line, but it's still in. Now Grease picks it off, and Grease trying to go 1-on-2. He takes a high hit. Referees keep the arms down, and he'll go off for a change.
I think he was out of legs on that one.
Well, and even if there had been a penalty there, that might have been a good penalty to take if you're Rushmore.
Here is Dre Burtz. Played over. That's knocked down by Howard. And Keenan Howard will play to the neutral zone. He'll throw it in from the blue line. That goes just wide. And as it comes out of the zone, it's knocked down by the Rushmore Thunder. And a pass over and into the zone as it came in. That was for Caleb Suflo. Barrett Schweitzer knocks down a man. And it's played back again. All the way down, and it's an icing that's called against the Rushmore Thunder with 11:55 left to go here in the third period.
Some very good checking going on. Timely, simply knocking people off the pucks. That's the name of the game.
Face-off will be to the left of Hobby with 11:55 to go in the third period. 18-14 in shots. Cap still down by 2. Corbin Beestrom tried to throw it to the net. It didn't get all the way there. High off the glass. Dodson got the glove to it. Now Schweitzer blows a tire. Played back out to the blue line. Delayed offside. Knocked down by Schweitzer. And then played out of the zone. Back to the Rushmore blue line. Cross-ice pass. Played off the boards. Chipped off the glass. As Rushmore tried to bring it in. Intercepted by Burt. And now Dre Burt moves it back in. Burt's got one already. His shot blocker down. Rebound is loose. It's still loose. And diving back in the goal is one of the Rushmore players as it comes back to the blue line. Held in by Beestrom. And from his knees, a pass goes across by Lance Petrick. And we finally get a whistle. And a rough is called. And it's against Barrett Schweitzer.
Boy, Dre Burt can really turn it on, can't he? He blew away from everybody to get down there and get that shot.
And he nearly was able to put the rebound back in. But Barrett Schweitzer picks up his second penalty on a rough with 11:17 left to go here in the third period. And the second Pelican Power Sports power play for the Rushmore Thunder. So Schweitzer have to be careful the rest of this game. 11:17 left to go in the third period. A power play for Rushmore. It's out to the blue line. Merchant plays it down up on the far side boards. Dawson Worth moves to the face-off circle. Back for Merchant. Merchant walks it back out to the blue line. Walks across the line. Still with it. Square away all the way through. Duffy saw that save. And then the rebound chance goes popped high over the net. Stays in play. Back for Worth. A wind-up shot and a save by Duffy off the blocker. Clearing attempt. Knocked down by Worth. Not out of the zone, but then it was chipped off of Dodson's stick and does go out of the zone. Dodson will race after it. He's looking for a shorthanded opportunity. But it's played here by the Rushmore Thunder again. And as Merchant moves in, Caleb Merchant back out to the point. Walking in Petrato, over for Worth. He walks to the face-off dot. Pass goes across, it's intercepted, cleared away by the Capitals. That was by Grayson Hunsley. And a good defensive play there by Hunsley on a backdoor feed. 10:15 left to go. 58 seconds left to go on the power play. Pass over for Dawson Worth. And as Worth moves it in the offensive zone, Worth with a shot glove save made by Duffy. And he makes the save, gets the whistle. 10:06 to go. 50 seconds left in the power play.
He also breathed a sigh of relief.
I think every whistle for every goalie on a save, I think it's got to be a little bit of a deep breath. You almost have to. The face-off will be to the left of Kieran Duffy. It's won by the Rushmore Thunder over Chisholm. Wind-up shot goes just wide. Duffy might have got a piece of it. As Keenan Howard plays it back on the far side boards. Dunbar picks it up. He's pushed by Jay Sanderson. That one goes across. That's Eden Anderson. Andre Carbonell also on the penalty kill right now for the Capitals. Chisholm leaves it for Brandon. Brandon with a shot. Duffy never saw it, but it went high over the glass or to the glass. 20 seconds left to go on the power play. Caps are going to try and get their top line back out there, but only Ashton Grease is on right now. That shot went wide. Played back at the blue line, held in by Chisholm. Pass goes across for Farley, and Zeke Farley starts to move it in. Behind the cage with 4 seconds to go on the power play. Schweitzer's going to come out of the penalty box, down to the second. Now Schweitzer moves out of the penalty box. As he comes to the bench, Sanderson moves on. And the puck was loose, picked up by Howard, and they go 3-on-2 if they hurry. Howard swings wide, moves it in. Howard in, couldn't get the shot away. Sanderson now still couldn't get the shot away. Back for Howard, tried to wind up for a slap shot. And then it's cleared away by the Rushmore Thunder. And it goes down. Burt not giving a hard chase after it. He makes sure that goes the distance for an icing with 8:52 left to go in the third period. A savvy move by Dre Burt. Wasn't probably the best route to take. If you're a Rushmore Thunder fan, he didn't take the best route. If you're a Hawaii Capital fan, that was a perfect route to go for that puck.
He's a good player.
Face off to the left of Hobby. It's won by the Capitals. Sanderson, he'll wait. He'll play it back. Backhander, he fanned on it. It comes back out, and Ashton Grease is going to get a slash call. And then now there's going to be another slash that's got to come against Rushmore. So it's going to be 5-on-5. Both guys are going to go with slashing. As Grease knocked the stick out of, I believe, Landon Bartling's hands. No, Hunter Wallace's hands. And then Merchant slashed the stick out of Grease's hands.
Fortunate for the Capitals.
So both guys will go for a slash. Grease and Merchant. But that's the second penalty against Merchant. With 8:44 to go here in the third period. So we will skate 5-on-5.
Coach Steele getting an explanation here.
Or wait, right now they got the up on the board for Ashton Grease. So unless Merchant's getting a 10-minute misconduct.
Well, Merchant's happened after the whistle.
And if that,
so that sure could be.
So he's either in the box for 10 minutes or it's going to be, oh boy.
Well, if he's in the box for 10, he's done for the night.
I think you're right, John.
Well, that's just his second. Well, if he just gets called for a misconduct penalty, it's just his second penalty.
And I'm sure that's what Coach Steele is talking about. They do not have Merchant up on the board, but it was a penalty after the whistle went off.
Because if it's just a 2-minute penalty, you got to put it up there.
Well, either that or it's coincidentals, which it wasn't.
Right.
They were too far apart for coincidentals.
And I'm not 100% on all the rules. I don't know the rule book front to back. But if two guys are in the penalty box right now, you can't start a penalty. Like Merchant can't, if he's in the box for 2 minutes, it's got to be up on the board. It's got to be coincidental. Unless it's a 10-minute misconduct. Or did they give
no.
So Ashton Grease apparently got a 4-minute penalty. So Colin Lee's going to serve the penalty for Ashton Grease. Did he get after the whistle? Did he get a penalty for shooting it after the whistle?
That's what I'm wondering.
Well, hear the call coming up. It's a Pelican Power Sports power play right now for the Rushmore Thunder. That's their third of the game. They're 0 for 2 so far. As it's played over with 8:27 to go, it is going to be now Dawson Worth, a shot and a save by Kieran Duffy. We got I'm not sure how
so it sounded like they had a coincidental.
He got a coincidental for roughing with Merchant. And I don't know how he got a roughing with Merchant when the stick was knocked away from him. And Grease, maybe Grease didn't do something. There's a redirect, it's in. It's a power play goal for Rushmore, and it's a 4-1 game as Hunter Walla comes jumping over to the Hawaii Capital student section. And the Rushmore Thunder are leading by 3 once again on a power play goal for Hunter Walla.
Duffy had it stopped. It was just a rebound that carried him backwards.
So Walla on the power play. And with 8:09 left to go in the third period, Ashton Grease will start in his next 2-minute penalty right now. And it's back to 5-on-5. So face-off is dropped. And they're making sure that the 2-minute penalty starts for Ashton Grease right now. His second minor penalty. Here is Jaden Floor moving up ahead for Devin Dodson. A 4-1 game. There's a shot. Hobby makes the save. Petrato gets the assist. And it's a 4-1 lead for the Rushmore Thunder with 7:45 to go in the third period. That pass nearly was intercepted as Devin Dodson was there in the middle of the ice. And now it's Carter Kirk moving in. And it's played into the corner. And again, I'm just bewildered at the call that gave Ashton Grease a roughing penalty. And we'll go back and watch the video after the game is over. But I didn't see anything happening for Ashton Grease to get a roughing penalty along with Caleb Merchant.
Because I just saw the slash and he basically skated away.
Yeah, they both. Grease got the initial slashing penalty, which was an obvious one, and then Merchant slashed Ashton Grease, and somehow they both got a minor penalty for both roughing. So I'm not entirely sure, but Rushmore was able to score the power play, the Pelican Power Sports power play goal. They're now 1 for 3, and they lead it by 3 with 6:48 to go here in the third period. Kieran Duffy plays it over for Ryan Wadeen. That pass goes up, and now here's Keenan Howard on a breakaway. Howard is in. He scores! Howard makes it 4-2 with 6:38 to go here in the third period. And they're back within 2.
It's a great stretch pass right on the tape.
I believe that was from Ryan Wadeen to get that assist. And so the Caps are back within 2. And they're within striking distance again. They're going to try and do what we said couldn't be done, is give up a goal and still try and come back and tie or win this game.
Yep. Well, with a two goals, you're still in striking distance, and that's where you need to be.
You need another quick one here for the Hawaii Capitals. I believe it was Wadeen that got the stretch pass. We'll wait for the official call. As here coming in, Duffy makes the glove save. He looks a little bit, kind of looks a little locked in as well.
Yeah, he's ready to go.
And now Carter Sanderson, Coach Steele, I think he's trying to tell him too, saying, hey, we want you to be breaking out for a possibility of a breakaway as well. And the face-off, it'll be played as it'll be Parker Brandon. Sanderson is outside the zone right now. Ryan Wadeen does get the assist. Backhand flipped out of the zone as it comes over for Duncan Chisholm. Sanderson nearly took it away from him. Dumps it back in. Delayed offside. 6:06 to go here in the third period. This will be cleared over into the neutral zone. Sanderson, Parker Brandon, Duncan Chisholm now has it. Chisholm plays it all the way across over for Farley. Zeke Farley plays it over. And it will be played back again here for the Rushmore Thunder. And Dietrich. And then Dietrich trips up Jaron Beck. And neither referee saw it. Moving in. There's a shot off the goalpost. Barrett Schweitzer now. Schweitzer moving into the neutral zone. Schweitzer carries in the offensive end. Schweitzer still with it. And it'll be played here with 5:20 to go in the third period. Pass goes across as as the Rushmore Thunder. And Alex Petrano bring it in. There's a check over by Jaden Floor.
Good defense.
He plays it back around. It's picked off. There's a shot that goes up into the netting and out of play. Ashton Grease will come out of the penalty box. And here for the next 5:09, I think the Capitals are going to be playing a lot of Ashton Grease, Sanderson, and Beck. Carbonneau, Howard, Grease, the three forwards. Floor and Rodine right now on the ice for the Capitals defensemen. 5:09 to go. 4-2 is their score. Howard trying to chip it out of the zone. Andre Carbonneau is now trying to play back at the blue line. Hunter Walla pass as he gets upended. Pass over, Howard. Now here's Carbonneau, 2-on-2 in. Carbonneau trying to get a shot away. It goes off the stick of Hobby. Played back behind the net. Grease a pass that's intercepted. And it's now the Rushmore Thunder back out with 4:44 to go here in the third period. Cross corner dump in. Burt will turn with it. And now Burt racing up, trying to race in the neutral zone. He plays it out of the zone where Keenan Howard will pick it up. And now Howard turns it in the neutral zone again, makes one move around. Howard still moving in, throws it to the net. Hobby makes the glove save, and we get a whistle with 4:22 to go here in the third period.
Keenan Howard, nice job getting through the neutral zone.
So with 4:22 to go, we'll see how long Coach Steele waits before he takes a timeout to get his guys a little bit extra rest. It is Beck, Sanderson, and Dodson. One by Dodson. And here on the near side, around to the corner, pass comes out in front. It's picked off by the Rushmore Thunder. Sanderson comes back again. He'll play it back over now for Beestrom, who fans on it as Duffy comes out. That'll be played over. There's a check by Carter Sanderson. And now Beestrom flips it out, but Brandon holds it in. Under 4 minutes to go here in the third period. Caps still need 2. High backhand flip, and it goes off the rafters. And it lands back down, and it will be an offensive zone face-off here for the Rushmore Thunder with 3:52 left here in the third period. Caps are going to try everything, throw everything in the net, try and get any odd man rushes that they can get, which might lead for Duffy to be kind of almost left to dry. There's a face-off, off the face-off a shot, and it goes right to Duffy. He makes the save and another whistle. Caps with just 5 shots in this period, being outshot 11-5 in this third period, but they do have a goal. It is 1-1 in goals in this third period, and it's still a 4-2 lead right now for the Rushmore Thunder. Diving play. That one by Corbin Beestrom. He lost his stick. Hockey headquarters lost equipment. And now it's Sanderson one-on-one in the zone. Good stick from Parker Brandon. Out of the zone it goes, and Alex Dietrich. And Dietrich moves it in. Dietrich looking for a shot. Good move around. There's a shot and a save made as it comes out of the zone for Tyson Dunbar. As it comes out, it'll be Dre Burnt. And Burnt plays it off down the boards. 3:08 left to go in the third period. Without 2 goals being scored by the Hawaii Capitals, Rushmore and Brookings are on a collision course again, as that one will go off the netting. It goes out of play.
Hawaii Capitals running somebody out every chance
icing
they get into the neutral zone.
And so with 2:56 left to go, timeout will be taken by the Hawaii Capitals. Do you pull Kieran Duffy yet, or do you try and leave him in net for just about another minute?
Good question. You have an offensive faceoff right here.
This would be maybe the time to do it. Maybe not. We'll see. And again, if they do not score twice in the next 2:56, it is Rushmore and Brookings in the state championship. The Hawaii Capitals and Sioux Falls won Flyers in the third place game. Everybody huddled around, and Coach Steele, who's drawing up the play right now.
Rushmore bench kind of spread out. Don't look like they're talking about anything.
Saying just, yeah, right. You get Steele with
These guys are huddled.
Yeah. Those guys are saying,
just relaxing.
Yeah,
they're just resting.
Catch your breath and get ready to go for the last 2:56. And Rushmore will have their timeout still as well. But this is a big last 2:56 because the Caps are looking for 2 goals in the next under 3 minutes. And Rushmore, depending on if Kieran Duffy leaves the net or not, they're looking for an empty net goal at some point to seal the win.
We need a quick one. I mean, a quick one, quicker the better.
So at this point, you know, if you're the Capitals, you're rooting for overtime because it's going to be hard to score 3 goals in 2:56.
Duffy goes back out.
So he will not.
Might be a little early.
They're going to see if maybe they can get one here in the offensive zone. Face off to the left of Hobby. It'll be dropped and won by the Rushmore Thunder. Merchant plays it up, but Sanderson holds the zone. Sanderson in the corner. Plays it back for Grease. Here is Sanderson back for Burt. Walks the blue line, tries to throw it to the net. Swung it too wide. Beck plays it back over on the far side boards. Held in by Howard. Chipped back up and out of the zone. And now it'll be back the other way for Petrato. Petrato moves in on Burt. Tried to leave it for Worth. Played it in the corner with 2.5 to go. It'll be now Burt's. Plays it up ahead for Howard. And now Howard moves in. Howard will swing around. His pass attempt is off of his skates. Flipped out of the zone again. Played across for Dawson Worth off of his skates as it goes in onside and all the length of the ice with 2:12 left to go. So the Caps are trying to play with 2 guys in the neutral zone. As it's played back to the blue line, Dawson Worth will throw it back in again with now 2 minutes to play. Now Burt's. Kieran Duffy starts to move out. He's going to come off for the extra attacker.
He's going.
And so now as Dre Burnt moves it in, but it goes offside. Sanderson was offside. We get a whistle with 1:51 to go.
Now I think you got to put Duffy back out.
Yep, Duffy will go back out. Floor will come back off the ice.
Anything in the offensive zone right now, Duffy's coming.
Floor will actually go on the ice for Dre Burnt. Duffy is.
And look where he's parked.
Yeah, he's at the top.
Between the blue line and the net.
Caps are just looking for an opportunity to push in the zone. but is dumped in by the Rushmore Thunder with 1:45 to go. Caps have about 100 seconds now to score 2 goals. Jaden Floor, Duffy skates out. He's still coming.
He's coming.
And now he will come to the bench. Wrapped all the way around the boards to the far side. Duncan Chisholm will clear it out. That should be an icing, and it will be with 1:30 left to go here in the third period. 90 seconds left to go. And Coach Steele
directing his guys around.
Yelling out the instructions.
He's telling Keenan to get in front. That's all I got out of that.
So Howard is off to the side. The faceoff is controlled by the Capitals behind the net. 1:25 to go. Caps need a quick one here to get back within 1. That one will be off of a stick that goes all the way out of play and nearly came all the way to the top set of bleachers. And now Coach Steele again directing traffic from the bench with 1:19 to go here in the third period. Ashton Grease on the faceoff to the left of Hobby. Faceoff was won, but it comes out to the blue line. Floor holds it in, goes off of a glove, and out to the far side, where it's chipped up but not out of the zone. It went off the skates of Petrano. Back over. Worth is looking for the empty net, but he hit his teammate, and Hunter Walla hit him up in the helmet. He hit him up in the helmet. Now Dre Burnt jumps over a man, but he went to the ice. He is slow to get up. Down to the final minute. Burnt's got to get back out of the zone. Jaron Beck will throw a big hit. The penalty's coming up. Jaden Floor was able to dive to block up a shot.
And Jaron Beck's going to get an elbow, I would believe.
Yeah, and Jaron Beck will head to the penalty box.
And that was against Walla. Yeah, I think it was an elbow. He's pleading his case.
And Beck will throw the stick in frustration.
Now, going to put Duffy back in.
And 5-on-4 with 51 seconds to go. Another power play. And Jaron Beck in the penalty box, and the Capitals will be looking like they're going to head to the third place game unless they can score 2 shorthanded goals in a matter of now 40 seconds. Cleared down the ice. Duffy can't come to the bench. They need to get that fifth attacker out. As it's played back, Dietrich. Here is now Burnt. Can't clear the zone. Dietrich will pick it back up with 27 seconds left to go here in the period. That pass comes out in front. No shot attempt. Up ahead for Keenan Howard. Howard moves in. A quick shot. Hobby made the save. A rebound chance. It comes back for Hobby. And we get a whistle with 15.1 to go.
Howard doing everything he can to get it on the net.
And so now it'll be Duffy back to the bench. It'll be 5-on-5. With 15.1 left to go.
Howard's been good in this one. Keenan Howard, I think, has played a really good game.
And a face-off here with 15.1 left to go. It's going to be won by the Capitals. Sanderson had the shot blocked with 10 seconds now left. And we'll go all the way down. The Rushmore Thunder will head to the state championship game to take on the Brookings Rangers. The Capitals will face Sioux Falls 1 tomorrow at 12:05. One last shot attempt. It goes all the way down. The Rushmore Thunder. They win it 4-2 over the Hawaii Capitals and will advance to try and pick up a win over Brookings in the state championship. As the Thunder, the top seed, remain undefeated for at least one more game. A 4-2 win for the Thunder over the Rangers. We will step aside, and when we come back, we will have our post game and our player of the game. You're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock, on KSDR, on KKQQ, and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Winter's on its way out, and the hot summer months are almost here. Don't swelter in the heat again this year. Call Jason at Sunmasters in Pierre and get set to get those windows tinted to stay nice and cool this summer. Sunmasters can also repair that pesky chip in the glass, whether it be from a hockey puck or the usual rock. Jason and the crew will get you back on the road feeling comfortable in no time. Located at 1020 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, give them a call at 605-224-6102. Sunmasters in Pierre.
Renke Gray Wealth Management, a place where achieving success can only come from working together. We believe in deep, meaningful relationships that will last generations. Investments change, family situations change. At Renke Gray Wealth Management, we want to help you navigate these changes because our commitment to you won't change. Let's work together on creating your financial plan for your financial freedom. Call Renke Gray Wealth Management at 224-5959 or visit us at renkegray.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial. Member FIRNA SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors. A registered investment advisor. GWM and Renke Gray Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
How you move matters. Avera Orthopedics helps you move freely and live life to the fullest with innovative treatment options customized to your bone, muscle, and joint needs. Whether you suffer from aches, breaks, tears, or dislocations, turn to the orthopedic team experienced in treating every body. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics.
Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide root canal treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality-first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
This moment of relief, brought to you by your local State Farm agent, who also brings relief with insurance for what you value most.
Call Becky Pottsaba at 605-224-4173 or Carrie Bauman at 605-224-1096. The Field House in Pierre is the perfect place to sit back and watch the state hockey tournament with friends and family. The Field House with a full bar gives you that feeling like you're at the game without having to leave town, with a selection of your favorite concession-type food, and who doesn't love some pizza? There's free popcorn, peanuts, and Gardettos to complement any of your snack cravings while enjoying the games on one of the many big screen TVs. The Field House, 2013 East Gate Avenue in Pierre. Your place for the game this weekend. Go Caps!
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates. At your service, at your side. With offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
As we welcome you back here and into the post-game show, it is a 4-2 win for the Rushmore Thunder as they advance to the state championship. Jim Lloyd is downstairs with our player of the game.
Okay, I'm down here in the Rushmore bench with a guy by the name of Dawson Worth. Dawson, what a season you've had.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about this season. Take a little bit from the start of the season all the way to you are today.
Honestly wasn't expecting to do much with this team, but we ended up making things happen, and then 20 games later we ended up coming in as the first seed, and now we're here about to go to the state championship, so it's pretty cool.
And nobody has yet to beat you guys.
Yes, that's correct. This season, yeah.
Yeah, Dawson, what a season you had. 35 goals in the regular season. Who do you give those goals to?
Probably my line mates. You know, they're a big part of where all my goals come from. I have Hunter Walla and AJ Petrato on my line, and they're some pretty good players. So I'd like to give a lot of credit to them as well.
Yeah, that's good. It's hard to do that without good teammates, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very hard.
Well, you've had a fantastic year, and you're just a junior, so you've got a little time yet. What are the plans? You're gonna try to get this state tournament now. That's number one goal, right?
Yep, that's the number one goal.
All right. Dawson Worth, you are on your way to the state championship. Best of luck tomorrow. Give it everything you got.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Dawson Worth, what a fantastic year he had. He's on his way to the state championship. Back up to you guys.
All right, that will be Dawson Worth, the player of the game, and it is a big win for the Rushmore Thunder. They win it 4-2 over the Hawaii Capitals. John Wickler alongside Jeff Anderson right now as Jim will make his way back up. You're listening to KCCR FM Blunt. KSDR Watertown and KKQQ Brookings. Rushmore Thunder come as the number 1 seed, undefeated. Nobody still has been able to knock them off, as they will make the state championship tomorrow.
You know what I've noticed with all these pucks that we've given to both last week and this week, these kids are really pretty humble. They basically give all the credit to their teammates, which I think is terrific.
And that's a true hockey player too, because you know you can't win without your teammates. But also it shows a lot of character for a lot of these kids, because it's easy to say, I had a great game, because you're 16, 17, 18 years old. But when you're able to talk about your teammates and say, I can't do this without them, or they had a great game and my teammates helped me out, that shows a lot of maturity for a lot of these kids. And that's I think for me personally right now, and hopefully for a lot of people too, what you really love about what you're hearing from these kids is that the maturity level that they have and thinking their teammates.
Everybody we've interviewed all the way back, even the last weekend with the girls, and here now, these kids are so appreciative of the team. And I think it says also a lot for your coach. These coaches are instilling team first. And even he scores 35 goals in the regular season. He's out in front of everybody, and he names his line mates.
Yeah.
It doesn't say a word about what he did.
Right. And that's that tells you the teammate that is and why he's so successful too.
Yeah, absolutely. That's how you build success.
Absolutely. And so a win for the Rushmore Thunder. They got a goal by Hunter Walla on the power play with 8:09 to go. Petrato got the assist to make it 4-1. And then it was Keenan Howard, an even strength goal. Ryan Wadeen had a great pass out to Keenan Howard to score that goal to make it 4-2 with 6:38 left to go in the game. But the Capitals were unable to score anymore, and they will fall to the third place game against Sioux Falls 1 tomorrow, which was Sioux Falls 2 last year, and it's a rematch of the third place game, just like it's a rematch of the state championship game between Rushmore and Brookings. First game's at 9:05 between Aberdeen and Sioux Falls 2. Second game at 12:05 between Oahe and Sioux Falls 1, and the final game between Rushmore and Brookings at 3:05 tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah.
It's been fun.
Yeah.
We're already at Championship Sunday. How does that work?
19 games are in the books between the three of us last weekend and this weekend. We got 3 more games to go, but 22-game, 2-weekend affair of the girls' state varsity tournament and the boys' varsity tournament.
And tomorrow's going to go fast because you look so forward to the next game, right?
Yeah.
And all these games are so good, so you get engaged in this one, in all these games, and you can't wait.
You can't wait, and you also look ahead not only to tomorrow, but you look ahead and you say, look at all these kids that are underclassmen that are going to be back next year.
Yeah.
Ashton Grease among those.
Yeah.
Worth. I mean,
It used to be some of these championship teams were full of seniors, right?
Yeah.
Because when everybody matured, you got good enough to
Yes.
play for a championship of some sort. Now everybody plays, and there's everything from freshmen, there's sophomores, juniors. I mean,
don't forget the 8th graders.
There's a couple pretty good 8th graders in this league. You bet there is.
Yeah.
So it is a 4-2 win for the Rushmore Thunder that sets up our final day, and we'll be on the air at 8:50 tomorrow morning. And again, don't forget to set your clocks forward, or if you're on a cell phone that gets your alarm, I guess you really can't until you wake up in the morning. You might want to make sure that there is a clock of some sort that you can manually switch to make sure that you wake up on time, or that you realize that you're not an hour late.
Because if your cell phone doesn't switch,
then you are in big
late.
trouble.
And you are late.
So maybe set that alarm. That might be for the good for the 3 of us. Maybe have that wake-up call ready to go tomorrow morning to make sure that we are awake and ready for the tomorrow morning, because the time changes tonight as we jump an hour ahead. But we'll have all 3 games starting at 8:50 tomorrow morning between Aberdeen and Sioux Falls 2 in the Constellation Championship, 12:05 between Oahe and Sioux Falls 1 for the third place game, and 3:05 is the state championship between Rushmore and Brookings.
Don't be late for any of them.
They're going to be 3 really good games tomorrow.
Yep.
And of course for Sioux Falls 1 and Oahe, heartbreak tonight. But as we talked about too from this morning, that most kids will forget about it by the time that game starts tomorrow, and they want to go out and so for these seniors. For these 6 teams, these seniors on these 6 teams, this is the final time they're putting the uniform on tomorrow, and they want to make it a memorable one. They want to come out with a win, regardless of the game that they're playing in.
Everybody tomorrow is playing for some sort of championship.
Yeah.
So that's going to be important.
That's right.
So we'll be back on the air 8:50 tomorrow morning. Let's say thanks to, I believe, was Nick there the whole day?
Nick was there all day. He's been with us all weekend.
And Jacob Mayer was with us all day. Yeah, Jacob Mayer was with us all day on Capital City Rock, and appreciate him. Somewhat of that flagship station of all these games, and appreciate the work that he did today for us and making sure that we were on Capital City Rock throughout the entire day as well. So appreciate our board ops across we unfortunately don't know who was board opping for KKQQ, otherwise we'd thank them too. But whoever
you are, have a good one.
I bet this is a good one. Whoever you are, thank you for getting us on the air and off the air over in Brookings as well. Back on the air 8:50 tomorrow morning as the Rushmore Thunder in our final game. They beat the Hawaii Capitals 4-2 as we say so long from the Shields Iceplex.
You've been listening to the 2022 Boys Varsity State Hockey Tournament. The Boys Varsity State Hockey Tournament is brought to you by Oahe Federal Credit Union, Weatherall, Wagner Auto, and the Ramcoda. The Boys Varsity State Hockey Tournament is also brought to you by Pelican Power Sports, Fisher Rounds and Associates, Hockey Headquarters, and the Aberdeen Area Chamber of Commerce. And also by Becky Potsuba, State Farm Insurance, Hermanson Endodontics, Sunmasters of Pier, and the University of Jamestown. The Boys Varsity State Hockey Tournament is also brought to you by Zander Auto Parts, Renke Gray Wealth Management, the Fieldhouse of Pier, and Kubota. Join us all weekend for more exciting boys varsity hockey action. This has been a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports, Central South Dakota.